Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? All right, let's get into the day. Good morning, everybody. I see we have a few people in here on this live already. Paul, good morning. Well, thank you for being here. Grant, appreciate you guys always being here. Paris, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Should be an interesting day. Absolutely. I think it is going to be a pretty interesting day. You know, I don't want to get our hopes up too high, but I'm also not trying to bring anybody down. But I just want us to be prepared for the worst, which could be a flat or even a down day. Okay, it's volatility. Quadruple witching day means volatility, not necessarily huge gains, although that is a very, very real possibility. Welcome, Roberto. Good morning, Ape Squad. Love it. So let's take a look at what is going on with GameStop. So let's do a recap of the past few days. So GameStop kind of been struggling a little bit. GameStop has been up and down, but realistically, a lot of kind of sideways action, it's just been barely up and down is what I should say, I suppose. Good morning, Galaxy. Thank you for coming back. So taking a look here, as you can see, they started pretty strong. Let's look at the 5-day. Okay, looking at the 5 days, so you can see back here they were really hovering, or GameStop was really hovering around that $300 mark. They did touch around just under 350 there for a little bit, and then it traded sideways, and then it kind of had a little dip. There's some weird action going on, especially with some of this weird stuff. It's speculated that this was manipulation, and honestly, this does not look like regular price action. And then continuing on, you can see some very big spikes that are very, very strange, that happen very, very fast, that were super weird. It does look like they leveled off in the past few days, and now they're just kind of trading still a little bit sideways, up and down about, I would say $30, $40. And we're going to see what happens today, in the pre-market, down just a tad, down less than a percentage. So we will see what happens as this market continues to go and continues to open. Good morning, Canisius. Good morning, Kevin. Hope this is a good day. Jaden, welcome. Morning, gang. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Johnson, what's up, Cash C? Hope you're well. AMC is going to be a battle today. Apes hold the line. Yes. I did see a post. I think it was either this morning or last night on Reddit, and it's all blurring together. And they were saying, I was there for the battle of 801. Now we're going to be there for the battle of 1501. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. It's going to be the battle for 1501. That's been my goal this entire week, to just close right above there. I would absolutely love nothing more than to just scoop up all of these extra options contracts, guys. This is almost 5 million shares that would need to be purchased, okay, which would really help set AMC up for success. Now, taking a look at AMC. AMC not doing bad at all. Up a percentage in the pre-market. We will see. We do have 20 minutes until the bell. We'll see what happens whenever that bell rings. And as far as let's see. So, yeah, just sitting at $14. They closed right at $14 yesterday. So, not too bad. Trading a little sideways over the 5-day. Not bad. This is. Let's look at the full 5-day here. So as you can see, a little bit of movement up and down. We almost hit that $15 mark, and then kind of consolidated a little bit around $12, and then bounced back up. So we're doing okay. I'm perfectly fine with this. We're seeing nice, steady growth, and that's all I care for. Of course we want it to close above $15 today, but you know what? Again, this is about volatility, not necessarily a bunch of stuff. I'm very curious to see what's going to happen in Power Hour, though. Power Hour could be very, very cool, and we'll see. This could be super, super neat. I just said neat. Let's take a look. I wonder what Bitcoin was doing. Bitcoin yesterday almost hit that $60,000 mark. Or actually, I think they might have touched it for a second yesterday. I don't know if it's not, why it's not showing. Oh, okay. So I guess it just got very, very close. It was super close. I've just been watching that one. Curious to see what's going to happen. And so we shall see. let's go ahead and yeah, I mean, I guess we're gonna see what happens with all these stocks. Riot up 60, up 2% in the pre-market. Let's take a look here and see what is going on. Oh, I meant to clear out all of these things. I forgot to turn off my computer yesterday, so it's just been on. That was my mistake. I'm gonna close some of these tabs out just to get a little bit organized. I'll leave that open just in case we decide to, in case I'm gonna eat and we decide to leave that on for a little bit. Taking a look here, I was just looking at some Reddit articles this morning, looking at the new DTCC rule that was passed. I'm hoping that, I'm going to leave this open. I'm hoping that there's going to be some kind of update today on the new DTCC ruling, and I do want to have this page open on the side. Oh, I do have it open already. So I'm going to have this page open on the side, and I just want to kind of be watching this Rule 801. If we can get this Rule 801, that'll be freaking tastic. Rule 801 is that one that is going to force these hedge funds to cover, okay? And they'll be forced to cover within that hour. And holy smokes. We shall see what happens here. I'm also going to, well, let's go back to the charts. I wanted to go over quadruple witching, but we've been over it a lot of times. Maybe we'll go over it in just a little bit. Going back to AMC. Kevin says, remember to be responsible. People I was going... Remember to be responsible, people. I was going to put my tax return in the stock market, but after thinking about it, I'm going to pay off some credit cards first. Kevin, thank you so much for making that point, guys. You know, the stimulus check, remember, a stimulus check, tax return, any kind of, even personal cash that you guys have, personal money, keep in mind, yes, I'm sure you'd love to turn that money into a lot more money, but remember, the stock market is not a sure thing. There is risk involved, and you always need to take care of number one. Okay, you need to take care of yourself, take care of your family, make sure your bills are paid, and that is the only thing that that you really need to make sure that you're 100% doing. Okay, and so thank you for that, Kevin. Paris says, do you have any suggestions on tracking aftermarket gainers? I don't really. Tracking aftermarket gainers, not really too sure what you mean. I mean, as far as like tracking, I don't know how to track them for like aftermarket, who's doing the best in aftermarket or pre-market or anything. I do like looking at these tops, and so looking at these tops, you can see who's doing the best on the day. And so you can, and this is in, I don't know what trading platform you're using. I do like this one, and you can see pre-market right here, so who's been doing great, and you can kind of organize it this way if that's your question. And so you can kind of see Supercom is having a good day. I will stress some caution, a little bit of caution here, because a lot of people like to see, they'll see that this is going up and then they'll try to chase these stocks. I do not recommend chasing stocks, okay? And that is one of my personal rules that I really, really, really try to stick to, because while this looks good, let's take a look at the stock, While this looks good, who's to say it's not going to have a hard retracement whenever the day opens or at any point, okay? So be super, super careful. Diamond, good morning. Trody, guess who's back? Back again. Trody's back for my boys stream. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. I really do. So thank you so much. Welcome back. We're going to have a good day today. Even if there's not some crazy, even if it's not like crazy good price action or anything crazy at all, we'll still be having a good time together with everybody. Paris, this platform is called Webull. This is version 4 for the desktop. I do have a link in the description. If you use it and you deposit $100, you do get 2 free stocks, and I do get a free stock, so pretty great there. This platform is so freaking cool. I was on Robinhood, but I needed to get off after what they did to everybody. It was really unfortunate because I really like the platform. But you know what? I feel like Robinhood was a great starter platform. And you know what? I am happy with the switch. I'm still learning this platform a little bit, but you can look at options, what people do, like their profile, their website. You can see all their financials here, quarterly, annually, institutional ownership, news catalysts, what the analysts are saying, some very cool things, So I really like it. So there you go. Thoughts on, let me take a look for you, Jaden. Let's see. UWMC. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so let's take a look at UWMC, UWM Holdings Group. Industry financials. I like financials. You know why? Financials are boring and I guarantee these guys have. I bet that these guys have a lot of institutional ownership, which I freaking love. So, okay, is a wholesale lender. Okay, so these guys are a wholesale lender. The company underwrites and provides closing documentation for residential mortgage loans originated by independent mortgage brokers, correspondent small banks, and and local credit unions. It provides independent mortgage advisors across all 50 states and the District of Columbia. Oh man, everywhere. This is great. National. The company offers its broker partners a direct access to the dedicated in-house account executive as well as their own teams of underwriters and closers. This is fantastic. You know what happened this year during the pandemic? Every person, I guarantee you guys all know probably at least one person minimum that purchased a home this year, okay? Or at least 2020, within the last year. And so taking a look, I like this a lot, okay? Let's look at their financials. Annual. Okay, I'm not sure why nothing is really showing here. It may not be updated or something. So taking a look, wow, I'm very, very surprised that the institutional ownership is low here. Is this company relatively new? Oh, I don't know why this stuff isn't updated yet. I'm not seeing a listing date or anything. Okay, so yeah, I'm not seeing a listing date or anything. Pretty shocking. So it looks like analysts, and I always say this: we like the analysts whenever they give us a good rating, and we don't like them whenever they give us a bad rating. AMC, look what the analysts are saying about AMC, and I do not agree with this one bit. But my personal opinion. So even the analysts are saying that this may be a good stock. So take that for what it is. Let's take a look at the chart. Let's take a look at the chart. I've been liking these kinds of companies. Let's go to the 1 year, okay? And let's see what's been going on back here. Okay, so this company looks like it's they just IPO'd. Oh, maybe that's why they don't have anything. So okay, that makes a little more sense. So let's look at this a little more microscopically. Okay. So I'm seeing with a whole bunch of charts. Good morning, Mohammed. Welcome. Taking a look here, I do see, I've seen this with a bunch of charts. And my question is basically always the same. So I personally am very bullish on these kinds of financial companies, mortgages and stuff like that, because a lot of people did buy homes, and I think that these guys are going to continue to get a lot of money throughout I think they have a lot of income that'll be coming in, okay? Interest rates were super, super low. That's why a lot of people purchased homes. I got a crazy good interest rate. I got 2.5%. Ask your parents or your friends or whatever what their interest rate was whenever they purchased a house a few years ago. It's guaranteed over 3%. If they got anything under 3% a few years ago, it's probably it could be 4 or 5% for all I know. So I got a super good interest rate, which is why I purchased a home. It was too good a video not to. So taking a look here, and those 1% difference of interest is a big deal. That's like over $100 a month. So taking a look here, you will see a big run down, and then a little bit of consolidation. I don't mind this kind of setup at all whenever it consolidates. The question is what's their next move? I obviously can't really take a huge deep dive in here, but what do you think is going to happen? Are these guys, continuing to capture market share? Remember, this is kind of a saturated market. There's every bank, basically every single bank, and Rocket Mortgage, all these, and other people like Rocket Mortgage and stuff. These guys do similar things. So my only concern would be capturing the market share. But if these guys are offering something different, then you got one. Okay, Brad, we're going to talk in a second, my friend. Did you do a 15-year or something? And so yeah, so. That's the question. How are they going to make themselves differentiate themselves from what's going on? So hopefully that helps a little bit. Ask some of the right questions, and we are going to see. Oh man, poor Trace Trades. He just tweeted that he woke up this morning, he couldn't see out of either of his eyes. Poor guy. Give him some love if you're on his Twitter. Let him know I sent you, because that sucks, man. Poor guy. That's rough. Okay, so let's take a look here. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Taking a look at AMC, still trading a little bit sideways in the pre-market. Same thing with GameStop, just hanging on there. That's all right. Let's take a look back at the chat. Let's see what's going on. TCAT letting you down, Diamond. Oh no. Yeah, you know me. You were there yesterday whenever I was just reacting to it in pure fear and terror. So we'll see what happens. I mean, man, if I know anything about this stock, it's that I don't know anything about this stock. And for all I know, it's going to run up to $100 today, and I'd be like, wow. Yeah, poor Trey. Good morning, Love Life. Welcome. Brad, you need to let me know how you got a 1.29%. Is it a 15-year? Because that would make a little more sense, but holy smokes, unreal. Kimber, top of the morning to you. I know you took off work. Took off work for this. Do I do the same? No, Kimber. You guys do what you need to do. I really don't use my paid time off. I'm just a workaholic, and I'm nonstop. And so it's a smaller operation that I work for. So, every single person is super crucial. So I just try to do my part. But, make sure you're taking your time off. And I was like, you know what, this would be a great opportunity for me to take some time off and really just, and really push for my, I don't know, my YouTube career. I don't know. We'll see. So, but yeah, good stuff. Jane says, thanks for looking at it. They have a lot of calls for $10 today. Oh, you know what? I forgot to look at the calls. Thank you for reminding me. Oh, yeah. See, there's a lot of one. If you're bullish on some of these calls, and keep in mind, I don't know how good of a play this one would be, but GE, look how many calls these guys have. It's insane. And you know what? They're pretty close to here, and it's a pretty cheap call. You know what? I think I'm going to pull the trigger as soon as this bell opens. I'm going to see if I can get this call right here at 1350. And because yesterday, the reason why is because yesterday they were trading above here. And so I wonder what my break-even price would be. Okay, remind me to get this call at 1350 as soon as the market opens. I'm going to see if I can sneak in here and grab this. Look how cheap it is, guys. It's $6. You can't go wrong. I could probably get 2 of these contracts. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll make some money. If anything, at least you guys will see just a little way to play options. We can see how much I make today and stuff like that. So if I make any money, and we'll see. I wonder if it says my break-even price, what it would be. It'll probably say it whenever I go ahead and try to do the transaction. You can't do it until the market is open for options. So that'll just be about 5 more minutes. So I'll be sure to check back on this whenever it's time. Remind me if I forget. Make dust. Hey, fam. Hey, yeah, poor Trey, man. That sucks. Surprisingly, Grant says, surprisingly quiet pre-market for us. Yeah, and it could, I'm not going to lie, it could be a quiet day. It could be a flat day. So I've been looking at a lot of charts on March 15th, 2019, which was the Quadruple Witching of that time. And, it seems like Monday, believe it or not, had like the most action. There were some where it was like, Friday or Thursday. But, for a lot of the charts, I did notice that the week after, there was a lot more action, and I'm not sure if that's a coincidence. I'm not sure if that is because of all the options that typically expire, but this could be pretty interesting. Actually, thinking about that, I think I'm going to see if I can get an option out here a little bit further out instead, now that I thought about that. 13.5, see, but then I can't afford that. I don't have enough money in this account. I guess I could put a few bucks in, but I try to avert risk as much as I can. And the question is, do I think this is going to go up 50 cents today? It really could, but I think I'd rather, what would I rather do? Okay, I'll think about this a little bit, and I'll see what I want to do. Let's go back a little bit. Grant thinks there's going to be a rip up at market open based on nothing at all. It's literally a feeling. So, hey, no problem at all. Hopefully it happens. Let's see. Diamond says it is TCAT is 0% short or 0 short. 0 short shares available and interest at 147%. Man, you think this is going to keep squeezing? Here's the deal. It based on that technical setup, it really could keep squeezing. Who knows? Let's see. It looks like Brad said it's a 5-year fixed. I'm also in Canada. 5-year fixed. Okay, well, I had to get a 30-year mortgage because I can't afford to pay anything in any less of time. The 30 years is already pricey enough for me. So, hey, that's awesome. That's insane. Looks like Trudy says, I see we are 28 watching, but only 11 likes. Come on, guys. Smash that like button. Let's help Corey with his YouTube career. I appreciate the support, Trudy, and reminding me to request it. It's, I don't know, it's hard for me sometimes to say anything, but I appreciate the support. DPG, how volatile might PLTR be? You know, every single stock. So remember, quadruple witching is just volatility overall for the entire market. So not necessarily gains, not necessarily losses, but it's very possible this could go either way. I can pull a PLTR for you, and I'll keep it at the very least at the side, just so we can see what's going on. Currently up less than a percentage in the pre-market, so nothing too crazy. 3 minutes until the bell, so we will make a decision there and see. Yes, X, thank you so much for saying that. Be ready for AMC price to drop, but people should not panic sell. Great point. You know, you guys are in this for a reason, and you know, here's the deal: if you have to sell, if you get super, I don't know a reason you would sell, but if for any reason you do have to sell, just you know, I understand. Take it yourself, but consider that, you know, this is just the beginning, in my opinion. Yes, you're right. I believe it's the Latin derivative make. So mortgage comes from the word death, meaning the deal of death. That is very reassuring. Thank you so much for the words of wisdom. More equals death. Creepy fact, but makes sense. Yes. Thank you for creeping us all out. Still early in the morning, make, but it's all good, man. Let's see. Paul says, Corey, I am more inclined to support you just because you don't constantly beg us to do it. Hey, thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Good point. Very, very good point. Excellent. So, every day AMC drops it open. That's what Kimber says. Let's see. Yeah, you know, there's usually action in the morning. So like here, okay, so let's start with yesterday. It started up, dropped, went up, and oops, I think I moved that trend. Oh, I didn't move it. No. Okay. And then this morning went up, down. This one just dropped in the morning. This one went up in the morning. But that was our this one ripped. This one went down. So yeah, I mean, hard to say definitively, but yeah, sometimes we see a lot of action in the morning, and even if it trades sideways for the rest of the day or a little down, even here, look, it traded down and then it just recovered to what the middle of the day was. So, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But no worries. Kimber has become unfazed to the drops, to the dips. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think a lot of us have. I'm unfazed by the news, by the drops, like everything that happens. And I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. I think it's bad to be unfazed by the news because, you know, news is supposed to really, you know, open your eyes, I suppose, or something. Maybe I don't know what news is for, but yeah, it's a little scary how we are just becoming desensitized to this stuff. Paul says, bold as love. I intend to buy some AMC calls today. Hey, yeah. I'm curious. When are you going to buy them to expire? You know, and will you be executing those calls? Hey, here we go. Oh, we are open, guys. Look, this is what I was hoping for. Look how close we are to the $50 mark here. Or $50 mark to the 50,000 call contracts. We were super close here. And this is an update in real time. It looks like this only updates as the bell rings, so you can see what happened yesterday. So for all we know, this could be at 50,000, which is 5 million shares that could expire on the money. Taking a look at what is happening early in the day, let's look at the chart and see what is going on. So a little bit of a dip, but as Kimber said, you know, this is okay. This is what Kimber was expecting, and not wrong. So good point. It is because we have true conviction in the stock. We like the stock. You're right, Kimber. We do like the stock. So we're going to see some crazy action. Nobody, I wouldn't recommend panicking. I'm sure it's going to be a wild ride this morning, and hopefully it'll level out or continue start to rally. And I'd love to see a rally. My goal for the day is 1501. If we can get 1501, that would be so fantastic. One second, guys. My fiance texted me. Let me just make sure if she is okay. Okay, just got to make sure, keep the wifey happy, you know? All right, let's take a look. Eric, welcome, my friend. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Watching from work, we got this. Yes, Eric, I will keep you updated as much as I can. And we're gonna keep this going. Watching from work, dedication. I love it. UWMC up 3% on the day. Not bad, not bad. Looks like they had a little dip, but we will see. I'm sure they'll go ahead and recover. Up 4% on the day. Nice movement here. Let's see what we have as far as a general consensus for the market. Looks like we have a good amount green, and granted, this is just what's on the side of my screen here, stocks that we looked at previously, and it looks like we have a good amount green and a good amount red, so kind of even. I'm wondering, sometimes, we'll see those huge green days, a bunch of green days, and yes, Paris, thank you so much for reminding me about that option. Let's take a look at what GE is doing. Hey, dropping under 13. Okay, so, I'm trying to think of how I want to play this. If it drops under 13, I may try for this option at the $13 strike. If I can get this $13 strike, I think that would be fantastic. And we'll see if I can get it throughout the day and then just ride it back up. Let's take a look. And this $13.5 strike is getting cheaper and cheaper by the second. I love it. Man, how much is this thing? This is $1 for the $14 strike. Now, granted, for the chances of this hitting that $14 strike, based on the previous days, let's take a look. 5 days, okay? It has been super slow price action. Really quick before I hop over here, we can see GameStop going for a little bit of a dip, and hopefully it recovers here. This could be just some crazy morning price action. If you are bullish on GameStop, maybe a good time to buy the dip. Totally your call. AMC going for a little dip as well. We will see if it rallies. Maybe people will see that it's on sale. They got their stimmy checks in and they're like, you know what? Time to buy the dip. We can see a lot of orders coming in on both sides. Over 5,000 orders on the buy. It looks like around 3 to 4, 1 to 4,000 on the sell. Crazy stuff. Good morning, Bobby. Welcome. And let's take a look. Shorty says, quick info about popular stock AMC. AMC is still opening their Christmas. Oh, their cinemas, sorry. Cinemas across the USA and news are saying that AMC will open 99% of their cinemas before the 26th of March. Interesting. I'm going to be curious about that capacity. So that's going to be crazy. We're going to see DPG. I will get into that in just a minute, my friend. I do have some stocks that I really like that I've been sharing with you guys, so I'll continue to share that with you, my friend. Taking a look here. GME at 195 looks like they may have dipped down to 190. They touched it at least, so we will see how this moves. Looks like more buyers than sellers, so hopefully this goes in the right direction, which is up. Every stock should go up. That'd be amazing. Taking a look, let's see, I'm getting some notifications. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna leave BB here on the side. I do have about $3,500 in call options expiring today, and they are going to expire out of the money. So if you think you had some bad losses, today I will have a $3,500 realized loss. I'm not looking forward to it, but you know what? That is the name of the game. It's so important to make sure. And you know what happened here? You know what I did? I broke my rule. I chased the stock, and I chased the stock with call options, which is even more dangerous. And I paid for it. I'm gonna pay a lot of money for it that I'm not very happy about. But you know what? There's nothing I can do. I knew it was a risk, and that's what I get for not putting. Maybe that's what I get for not putting every single penny in AMC. But that's okay. I think it's important to diversify a little bit. But I'm still sitting very pretty on AMC. Very happy with my decision. So that's all right. Let's take a look right here. So AMC just down a little bit, about 1% on the day. GME still bleeding a little bit, 190. Hopefully we'll be able to find a bottom here, and it will bounce and recover. Looks like a lot of sells right now, which is so shocking to me. You wouldn't think that so many people are selling it, especially Quadruple Witching Day. I'm very curious to see if it starts low and then it ends high during that power hour of Quadruple Witching Day. It's gonna be super, super interesting. Let me take a look at GE. I did want to see if I could. Oh man, I missed that call option at the 12.99. I wonder if I could place a. Let's see what's going on here. Let's take a look at, well, actually, let me go to IVR. So, DPG, speaking of one of the stocks that I own that I'm hoping for big returns, IVR is one of my favorite plays. Not many people are talking about this play, but you know what? I don't mind in the least bit. And I will show you why I like this stock so much. Look at how they've been trading. For the past 5 years, they have been above the $7, almost $7.50, okay? And that's all the way from 2016. If you look from, let's start here. Let's start at the next year. So from 2018, they've been trading. They have not been lower than $13. This is one of my favorite plays. I do have a position in here, and I like this a lot. And the reason for that is because look at these returns. These guys have had solid. They're usually sitting very, very well. This is one of those boring mortgage companies that I do like. And institutional ownership 50%. I can't recall their financials, how they look, but I'm sure they're good. BlackRock and Vanguard, the best friends, always together. And I do like where this stock is. As far as an entry point, I realistically, this is one of those plays where it's a long-term play anyways. I think anything down here is going to be a good entry point. The sooner the better. If you do think that you find a dip and you want to buy in, that may be the best time. But this is one of my favorite plays that I'm most bullish on. My opinion. Let's take a look at AMC and GME. So it looks like GME on the 1 day. Let me zoom this in a little bit. So obviously, it looks like a big sell-off. But you know what? Let's look at it on the 1 month. 1 month still looking very good, from like $40 to $190. Okay. So hopefully everyone did purchase on that dip and they were able to capitalize on what on the current price. Even if you bought it at $40, you're still up, 400% or something. So something to keep in mind there. And if you do have a higher price and you think that the stock is going to continue to go up, I would recommend averaging down. If you can average down to 225, and let's say for some reason it goes to, I don't know, caps out at 250. I don't know, but I think it's going to go much, much higher. But you have to think about averaging down to make sure that your profits are there. AMC is still kind of trading sideways here at the $13.90 mark, $14 mark. So again, not too bad. It looks like we are respecting these previous levels of support and resistance that I put. I'm wondering if it's going to break this. Let me go a little more microscopically. I wonder if it did break it. Oh yeah, it did break it. So I wonder if it will go ahead and recover, or if it'll continue to bleed a little bit. Okay, so we have a big candle here. We are so and that one did close. So it looks like we are down a little bit on the day. I wonder, let me see if I can find another level of support that we're going to have. Let me zoom out a little bit. See if we can find a 5-day. Okay, so it looks like, not really a level of support here, but we may have already broken it. So I'm curious to see if we're going to support right here. I'm not going to draw the trend line just yet. It looks like there's 30 seconds on this bar. So we're going to see exactly what happens. I'll put this here just for a second. Just a few touch points here. And actually, we do have some touch points on the left-hand side. So let's see if we can get this here. And hopefully it'll support here and it'll bounce. And then we'll have a phenomenal day. That could be so great. Kimber from Power of These Shorts looks like a day for sideways pressure. Yeah, about to go to work because of it. Yeah. Kimber, do what you got to do. We'll be covering it. Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen. I took it off just in case, but it looks like we may not have the super stellar day that we were anticipating, but that is okay. We just want to make sure that we close on our best, but we'll see what happens. The day is still early. We're just 11 minutes into the bell, and we'll see what happens. Let me look at GE. I'm curious if I'll be able to get this stock on this this right here on this if it goes under 13. Oh, it's under 13.5. Okay, so I'm gonna be looking into getting. Oh, it was there. It's teetering. It's teetering. Oh, please. I can't even click it. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can buy 2 of these. Oh no, I can only afford 1. Excuse me. So let's see if I can get it whenever it's oh my gosh. Let's see if I can make this. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this call really quick. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm wanting to get it while it's out of the money. And here we go. I accept and I buy. And I got it while it was out of the money. So we will see what happens with this call option. Granted, it was $14, so I think this will be a great learning opportunity to see what can happen. Okay, so just something to take a look at. I did see a somebody getting very scared in the chat, and we're I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we're free falling a little bit. Okay, so but again, you know where I am. I'm okay. I am ready for what is happening. Okay, I've been prepared for this. We all know what's going on. And again, I don't see why anyone who owns AMC would be selling off. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's take a second. Let's take a step back and let's take a look at Trace Trade's tweet from yesterday. And I 100% agree with well, hold on, this is a different thing. So let's take a look at this really quick. Look, these shares trading thousands of orders back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It is speculated. This is from Trace Trades. It is speculated that the hedge funds are trading these thousands of shares back and forth to artificially drive the price down. Now, from what we've seen, are they able to hold it there? They're not. They're not able to hold it there. They're trying to scare people, and on top of that, they're trying to trigger people's stop losses, guys. Remember, they don't have to trigger your stop losses all the way down. All they have to do is trigger your stop losses to this point right here, to just a little bit. So let's say we're trading at $14. All they have to do is touch $13.50. If that triggers your stop loss, it could set off a chain reaction. That chain reaction could just continue to drop a bunch of shares. Okay, extremely important to keep that in mind. You don't just want to. That's why people are saying to be super weary of your. I guarantee that's what happened here. I guarantee these were stop losses that kept getting triggered. Remember, they don't need to drive it all the way down. They just need to trigger those. And so extremely important. Okay, and so we'll have to see. We will have to see what happens here. It looks like we're on the way back up, and hopefully you bought that dip 13.28. If your average is a little bit higher, could be a good time to have lowered your average just a tad. And so what are they doing here? They're trying to and yeah, Paul. This is just Hedgie's psychological warfare for AMC. Psychological warfare. AMC and GME will rock today, and that's what I think is going to happen. I think I think it's going to start down. They're going to try to get super low, and hopefully we'll rip. I think we will end above the probably $14 range. I would not be surprised. And TCAT is suspended. This is the one. If you haven't been keeping up with this one has ran from in the past. Let me see, 1, 2, 3 days. It's run from $4 to $44 at the very peak, and now it's been kind of super volatile, which is on par with Quadruple Witching week. So looks like they are suspended currently, probably because of the amount of orders or something. So with a drop, so crazy stuff. Looking at AMC. So AMC, let's go a little more microscopically here, and let's take a look. So it looks like we are bouncing up and down. Excuse me. It looks like we are bouncing up and down, and just trying to find where we're going to be for the day. And I think that whenever this settles and all this craziness, if these are hedge funds, high frequency trading back and forth, I do think that it's going to go ahead and calm down, and we are going to be able to see some normal action. Okay, and that's what I'm banking on. So no worries there. I'm perfectly. I know it looks a little bit scary, but when in doubt, zoom out. Let's look at the 5-day, and we are still looking kind of crazy. But let's zoom out a little more. Let's look at the 1 month, and we're looking a little bit better. When in doubt, zoom out. When in doubt again, zoom out a little more. So that seemed to work for me in this case, in my favor. So let's zoom back in, see what's going on, and then let's take a look at GameStop. Okay, we are seeing these shares trade back and forth, 3,000s being traded back and forth, back and forth. And this is what's so strange for this. To me, what's strange is like if you already have AMC, if you already have all your positions, you're already all in, whether you invested your stimulus or not. I mean, these are excuse me, these are a lot of shares to be traded back and forth. I couldn't even imagine purchasing this many shares. This is a lot. This doesn't even look like retail traders trading these many shares. So it's extremely interesting to see this happening, and this is why people are speculating that these are the hedge funds just trading these shares back and forth to artificially drive down this price. And as we've seen before, let's look at GameStop, and then I'm going to show you what we've seen before. So looking here, kind of it drops, but look, it consolidates. It always consolidates. If we were to look at this on the 5-day, let's go back to this crazy one. I think it was March 10th. Yes, March 10th. Look at this. They dropped it, and my theory is they really did drop all this way. And they triggered these stop losses and just fell, and just triggering them all the way down. And as they continued to trigger them, it just kept dropping more and more. But look what happened. It dropped to 172, and it consolidated back at 260, let's say 260, sure. So granted, it didn't go back to where it was, but it did bounce back after this crazy action was done. Okay, and taking a look, like even this, it's so strange that all these retail investors, right? This is telling me that people are trading 53 orders back and forth on both sides. It's very strange, Think about the time you ever bought 53 orders, what are the chances that multiple people are selling 53 orders and multiple people are buying specifically, 53 orders at the same time? It's so weird, and that's why people are speculating this market manipulation, because this is some weird stuff going on. But even then, look, we dropped to 182, already recovering back to 192. Looks like we have a nice green candle here. Hopefully that continues to go. We do have 15 more seconds on this candle, and we'll see where it closes. 10 more seconds on the candle, so we'll see if this closes, and then we'll go back to AMC. Looks like my GE position is looking pretty good. I guess I have some other positions in here that I was not prepared for, so we will see. Oh my gosh, I have a call option in here? Okay, I do have a call option in here. I was anticipating for an AMC $14.50 strike price, and we will see if we get that today. So obviously, I have some skin in the game here. I'm ready to go. And as you can see, wow, what's my order at here? What is my average price? I do have a pretty good position here. AMC, look at that, 820. That's not bad at all. All right, so let's take a look at GameStop again. Let's see where our candles are closing. Okay, so it looks like it's slowly recovering, slowly but surely, and hopefully this will continue to run. Taking a look, and as you can see here, my call option is already up 5%. Look, and take a look at the power of call options. Okay, and now you can see the power of call options whenever it goes the wrong way. So this GE call option. Okay, well, actually, let's close this one because this one's going to look very confusing for people. I'm not trying to confuse anybody, but you can see this call option fluctuating. The percentages are large because whenever you purchase the call options, you're leveraging your money, and these changes could be very, very big. I think I had purchased this for a swing trade, but I can't really recall, and that's what I get for not making sure I'm watching and monitoring my shares. So we'll see what happens there. I'll probably just let that sit and just. Whenever I need to cash it in for like AMC or something, I'll go ahead and do that. But let's go back to the real action here. Taking a look at, I don't know why these guys are so separate. Let me put AMC and GME right next to each other so it's easy to find them. So taking a look here at AMC trading at 1360 on the day. So they are, looks like they may have found a bottom around here. They are recovering, and hopefully they continue to recover. And we'll see what happens. I'm very hopeful for the stock. As you can see, I did put skin in the game. I did think it was going to close over 14.50. My goal being that $15 strike price right here. You can see it, $15 strike price. Look at all these call options. This is almost 5 million shares that would need to be purchased if they were able to get, if we are able to get this stock at the $15 strike price. Okay, and this would be a lot of great price action, in my opinion, for us. Let me take a sip of water. We're going to continue to just watch these stocks. Let's take a look at GameStop, and it looks like it's rallying. Hopefully it continues to do that. Welcome, Olive. Welcome back. Good question from Ramsey's. So Ramsey, where's the question? Should I sell AMC now and buy in later today? That is a huge risk. I personally, I would not do something like that, and I'll tell you why. Is because you don't know if this is the bottom. If this is the bottom, then yes, somebody said it in the chat. You would sell low, and then buy high, and it's not. That's not profitable. That's backwards. And so even then, even if you thought it was going to drop during the day, are you going to take the risk over less than $1? And so you have to be super careful with those kinds of decisions. I would not recommend. And imagine if you sold here at 13.28 or 13.30, and now you have to buy in. You're literally wasting almost 50 cents per share by doing that. So I would not recommend personally. Making that kind of decision. That seemed a little bit backwards. I'm not sure if you misspoke, but be very careful with these things. That's why it's so important to make sure that whenever you purchase these stocks, that you play them longer. And that's what I like to do. I purchased these stocks a while ago, a very long time ago, whenever it was super cheap, and I was like, you know what? How's it going to look in 3 months? Let's wait, and that's how I play it. No worries. It's going to go up and down, but you can't think about, here's the deal. If you think about it this way, and let me show you the wrong way to think about it, that is not helpful for anybody. So if you try to play it like this, if you try to play a stock like, hey, you know what, I'll just sell whenever it's at 13.48 and I'll buy back in when it's 172. Does that sound good? Absolutely. That'd be fantastic. But you know what no one does? No one knows when this is going to hit. I guarantee no one knew that this was going to drop. The only person was probably the hedge funds and apparently the news sources who talked about it 5 minutes before it happened or 10 minutes before it happened. But super dangerous. Now, if you did sell here and buy back in here, then that's excellent. That was a great play. But no one can time those, and so that's my 2 cents. Vegan says, pray for the $40 strikes. Hey, I would love a $40 strike on AMC here. Look how many options. This is over almost 6 million shares that would have to be purchased at this $40 strike, plus all of these guys. I mean, and if that happened, you want to talk about a short squeeze or a crazy gamma squeeze? I mean, man, that is AMC 2000 right there, basically. So yes, would be very nice. Realistically, I'm not sure if we'll get there. I was hoping for the $15 strike. Granted, we are very early, only less than 30 minutes into the bell. We'll see what happens. But not financial advice from anything. Thank you, Diamond, for reminding me. Nothing I say is financial advice, guys. But just I'll give you my personal opinions, what I would do. But you always need to make the best decision that's right for you. All of open positions on IVR. Yeah, hey, hopefully those print for you. Again, I as you guys know, I do have a position in IVR. This is a long-term play for me, but I feel like it's a long-term play that I'm going to I'm gonna like. I'm really gonna like. So we're gonna see what is going on. Let's go back to our good old AMC, and as you guys can see, look, not bad. Look at this recovery. Okay, some crazy stuff, and they may have run out of steam. Not sure. Maybe people bought the dip. Hard to really say exactly what happened here. You see a good old W right here. That good old George W. As my boy Trey's would say. Hope he's feeling good. For those of you who haven't heard, Trey is not. He woke up. Apparently he couldn't see. So send him some love. Let him know I sent you. And because I'm not going to tweet him right this second, but. I hope he's doing okay, because that's rough, man. That poor guy. He's doing the most. Looks like Trade did just do a post about exactly what is happening this on Twitter. And these things, he doesn't think that this is natural. And you know what? You know what it is. Thank you, Diamond. Yeah, you know what it is, guys. And so taking a look, guys, this is who I don't know how else to say it. You know what I mean? If you had the money to be purchasing these shares, you would have already done it. You most likely would have already been in. There's no way that these are retail traders trading these shares back and forth, back and forth. It does not look good. So that is what is going on right there. So AMC taking a little bit of a dip again, but that's okay. We're ready for it. GameStop still kind of consolidating up and down, not too crazy of the action. You know, down a little bit on the day, but you know what? 5% whenever you're dealing with this big of numbers is pretty crazy. Grant says there were a lot of good dips around market open. Put more into I believe it's supposed to be PTLR or PLTR, sorry, and AMC. Excited to see how the day plays out. Yeah, hey, I hope this day is going to play out really well. Hey, PLTR not looking too bad on the day. Let's see what the consensus is for the stocks that I just have on my side. These are just recently viewed, so nothing particular here. Let's see, we got a lot of red, got a lot of green. It's like these two like cancel each other out essentially. Bitcoin still at $58,000. I was curious. I have it up on the side just because I wanted to see if it would hit 60, but just in case. Excuse me. So TCAT not doing the best, but looks like they may have some kind of recovery here. I'm very curious to see how that's going to play out in the end. IVR is going to be super slow growth. I know a lot of you like to see IVR, so I'll leave this on the side, but just keep in mind, this is going to be slow growth. This is not a squeeze. This is not anything. This is just good fundamentals that will hopefully pay out in the long run. And whenever I become a millionaire or whatever from this AMC and GameStop stuff, I plan on putting a lot of money in IVR and a few other huge plays that I'm extremely bullish on that I think will pay very, very well that are safe bets. And I'll be covering those as time goes on. So make sure you're subbed. Make sure you're not going to want to miss those. I do see eyes is pumping. Do I have eyes on the side here? I do not. I'll pull it up just so we can all watch it together. Hey, up 6% on eyes. Hey, not bad at all. Man. But, you know, I have to say, I am a little bit, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm a little bit surprised how we're seeing some of these stocks just kind of trade sideways. You know, I don't know. I guess I was a little more hyped up for Quadruple Witching, and I know, and in my video yesterday, I think I hyped it up more than I intended to. My intention for yesterday's video was to let people know, hey, you know, we are hoping for the best, but you know, I'd be prepared for a sideways or down day. And maybe I didn't say that. Maybe when I was recording, I got too excited and or something. I don't know. But I saw a lot of things like, hey, we're gonna have a great day, and it's like, well, hopefully we do. But I'd be ready for some normal action. Something I haven't looked at yet is the volume. It's supposed to be high volume today. So we are at 18 million already, 30 minutes into the bell. So let's see what GameStop is at. Low volume, super crazy low. It's been low for the past few days. It's unreal. Olive, Olive says, I'm planning on holding IVR for years, not looking for a quick return, not financial advice. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm the same about IVR, and again, you don't need the crazy gains, but this is going to be a solid stock that I feel super comfortable putting a lot of money in. That is going to give me solid gains over a good period of time, and that's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but looking at the charts, we'll see. Taking a look at GE. Oh, am I printing? Look at this. Okay, so guys, this is what I'm talking about. Take a look how GE, right? I bought this at the $13 strike price, right? And this is the power of those call options. Look, I'm up 81% on my bet here. I'm up 81%, 95%, and it's only gone up 18 cents from $13. And look how the leverage of options can really help you out. And so it's extremely important to see that. Now, keep in mind, options are risky. This is a risky play, but you know what? I saw that it was dipping. A lot of stocks were dipping, and I don't anticipate that they're going to continue to dip. But It is insane to see the power of these options. I paid $14 for it. I'm about to double my money. Potentially. We'll see how the day ends. But if I wanted to, I could just sell out, make a quick 80%, and that's it. Imagine if I would have bought $1,000 in contracts, how this could have paid. So and granted, I honestly wasn't really planning on making any money on this. I just wanted to show you guys. Like, I like to show you guys what it's like, what can happen. You guys want to see about options and learn about options, and options are a little confusing, yes. And I don't really talk about the definition too much just because it can be confusing. I don't want to confuse anybody until I have it all really laid out and I can give it to you guys in an easy to digest way. But you can see it here right before your eyes. I just bought it at the $13, up 18 cents, and I'm up almost 100%. So crazy stuff there. Absolutely insane. And you can do this also. Again, the most I would lose if this went the wrong way is $14. $14 for some education and getting more comfortable with it is worth it in my opinion. And there's some that you can do for a lot less. Like there was one for $6 and stuff like that, and you can kind of see how it works. But so that's you can see that. Man, pretty great. I wasn't anticipating those kinds of returns, but you can see, I didn't do all the math for the leverage or anything, but yeah, it's crazy. Man. AMC. Okay, so bouncing down, it recovered, and now it's down. It looks like it's going to test this 1360. What is it? 1364 level of support. So hopefully it continues to go up. Olive, yeah, great question. So yeah, my possible risk whenever I purchased this, I was like $14 or something like that, or yeah, I think it was like about $14, and that was my total risk that I could lose. And so what I did is, and I was okay. So I'm glad you asked. So for people who weren't here for that, so basically what happened, this stock was around. Oh, hold on, I'm at the wrong stock. So for people who weren't here, the stock kept touching this 1298 point, right? So what I did is I said, okay, I'm gonna wait for it to hit 1299, 1298. And then I'm going to purchase the option whenever it's out of the money. And while it was out of the money, I made the purchase super fast. I purchased it super fast, and then it went right into the money immediately. And so this is not a very volatile stock. So the fact that I got it like that was very, very, very lucky. And so because I got it out of the money like that, I was able to get it at a cheaper price, and I was able to get some good gains on it. So I don't think that the stock is going to touch here again. I think it's going to continue to go up, and it's pretty crazy. You guys can see these kind of plays in real time, and it feels kind of good to do that. So that was pretty neat. Taking a look at GME, GME is down. Okay, so Mama says GME is down 30% this week so far. Hate to see it. Good point. I wish I could have an easy way to do it. What I liked about Robinhood is I would use the mobile app mostly, and you put your two thumbs or whatever on the screen, and you can compare it from this point to this point, and it would say this point is up this percentage or down this percentage. And unfortunately, I haven't found out how to do that. I wonder if I can hit Control Shift Alt. Yeah, I thought there was going to be some kind of way for me to compare what it is from this point to this point, and it can say it's down 10%, down whatever percent. I know I can see that it's down 6% here, but if I wanted to look at it on a few days, how do I see the total percentage? If anyone knows, please let me know, because that's the one thing I'm still trying to figure out with Webull. But GameStop, still kind of consolidating. This is okay. I'm hoping that it continues to consolidate. Let's see if we can get some microscopic trend lines here and see if we can get some kind of will it work? Oh, cool. Okay. Ooh, okay. So theoretically, it would have been here, and then it broke out. So we will see if it continues here. We'll see what happens here. Let's see if I can get one from the bottom. I guess it's just 3 touch points. Not my favorite. So I really don't like these trend lines. I'm going to go ahead and delete them. Excuse me. Let me clear my throat and mute my mic. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on here. And top bar Fibonacci. Okay, you think I should do a top bar Fibonacci from the top to the bottom? Okay, that's a good idea. Let's take a look. And hey, I kind of did squeeze down. While I didn't like these trend lines very much, it looks like it may have squeezed down here. I wonder which way it's going to break through. Roaring Kitty did a tweet. Oh, you know, we got to check it out. Cats, these cats. Unbelievable. 14 hours ago, 6 minutes ago. You know, the metaphors are so beautiful that we see. It's a, you know, wonderful thing. Okay, well, let me go ahead and delete these. Let me go ahead and try that Fibonacci retracement. Let's see if we can get something good. Okay, so let's see if we see anything from here. Hey, you know what? This is actually pretty good. We'll see if it continues between these levels here, and see what kind of retracement we're gonna get. You know, and we'll see what happens. Wolf of Wall Street made a tweet about AMC. Yes. Jordan Belfort. He did make a tweet about that. Seems like he's kind of hopping on the train for all this stuff. And you know, I don't know where we stand with anybody anymore. I know we like Jim Cramer, and then he was doing all this Hedgie stuff, and he hated us, so we hated him. I can't keep track with everyone who hates everyone. It's such a pain. So we will see what happens. Taking a look, let's see. UIES is still running. Nice. I'm happy for whoever's in here. You know, up over 7% on the day. Hopefully that continues. AMC, you know, not doing too bad. So we are still here at the down 2% on the day, almost 3%. So we'll see where that goes. But you know what? I think it'll be okay. I think it's gonna be a good time, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna start doing options too. Yeah. Hey, anybody who's interested in options, just be a little bit careful. You know, I got a little lucky with what happened. You really don't know which way a stock is gonna go, but usually I like to play them. How I like to typically play them is a little bit out of the money with a little bit of time, and this way, you know, it's less risky because I don't like to lose all that money. And I broke my rule. I broke two of my rules. I chased, and then I bought an option a little bit out of the money, and that's going to cost me $3,500 today. And not looking forward to that, but it is what it is. Pretty unfortunate. So let's take a look back at GME. GME going for a little bit of a dip. And let me go ahead and clear this out so it's not so crazy in here. And as you can see, wait, how close are these mirroring each other? These are extremely close to mirroring each other. Let me see if any other stock. Well, that one we know is positive. How about the down ones? Okay, so maybe some of the stocks, maybe there's something going on. I don't know. Look at all these stocks mirroring each other. Maybe that has to do with the way the market is moving. Hard to speculate exactly what that is. It does look a little bit interesting, but yeah. So Diamond gives us a non-financial advice, but says key to options is low risk, just out of the money. Right. And so I think that this one is low risk, low volatility. I wonder if it says the implied volatility. This is actually pretty higher than I usually see. I figured GE would be super low implied volatility, but maybe I'm mistaken. Thoughts on Zynga? Let's take a look. Palmer, if you can give us some good information rather than some fear, uncertainty, or doubt, that would be fantastic. Are you in GameStop by chance? Do you anticipate that GameStop is going to squeeze? All right, so thoughts on Zynga. Let's see what Zynga is doing. I know I've heard of them. Zynga is a provider of social game services. The company develops, markets, and operates social games as live services played on mobile platforms such as iOS operating systems and that's so funny how it's like it says operating systems twice. That's unnecessary. And Android operating systems. and social networking devices such as sites such as Facebook. The company has developed a range of social games, including slots, words with friends, Zynga poker. Oh, that's why I know Zynga. Okay, because I don't play the poker one, but they do those kinds of games. Farmville franchises operates its games. Here's the deal. I know enough about this. So these are so great. These are like super. I don't want to say smart, but they're crazy the way they operate, because if you know anything about these games like Candy Crush and all these other games, they give you little dopamine responses, and they continue to give you those little feats of like what is it? I don't want to say gratification, but yeah, they make you feel good all the time, because you get those little, like I said, that literally triggers your dopamine and keeps on giving you those, and it makes those games addicting. And while it may not be good for for people with addiction issues or anything like that, or maybe your personal time, it's a very interesting business model. So taking a look, we can see, let's look at their financials. I'm sure they have great financials, and annual or quarterly, we can see, a pretty steady growth here. Let's look at annually. I'm sure a lot of growth, especially while people were in quarantine. And yeah, as you can see, nice growth here, huge growth, especially this last one. Remember this quarantine? I'm sure people were, they were just stuck. Great there. Institutional ownership, 80%. Makes a lot of sense. We see the two best friends in the world. We see Vanguard and BlackRock, per usual, always hanging out together. Analysts, we always like the analysts when they're with us, and when they're not, we don't like them. Let's take a look at the chart, see what's going on. My only concern is that this economy starts to open up, less people are going to start playing these games, and that would be my only concern. But let's take a look at them on a 5-year. Of course, 5-year typically is upward trending, so that's fine. Let's take a look at the 1 year. Let's see what happened during the pandemic. So during the pandemic, this is March 18th. This is when everyone dropped. But look, these people being stuck inside, I guarantee they were just playing games. Excuse me. The question is, do you think people are going to continue to play games as the economy opens up, people are going back to work, etc.? I think they're going to continue to play games. Are they playing as much? And maybe you'll say, hey, maybe you'll say, hey, now they have money, so they can spend it on these games that they've been playing and they've been wanting to buy. So a lot of different thought processes here. Maybe less people will be playing games because more people have to work, and their stimulus check runs out, their unemployment runs out, all this stuff happens, so they have to go back to work and do that. So a lot of different things to think about. But this could be. I do like the concept of what they're doing. AMC, let's go. Are you kidding me right now? Look at AMC recovering at $14 again. And see, this is why we say buy the dip. Imagine if I forgot who that was, but if you would not have if you would have sold at the bottom and bought at the top, you have to be careful with those kinds of decisions. This is great. This is fantastic. Good morning, Crackwag. Good morning. Got some free stock in Webull, and I converted on AMC shares. I love it. You love to see it. So yeah, guys, this is great. So we're gonna see what continues to happen here. I called it. I said the hedge funds would not be able to hold us down for long. Anytime we saw this kind of crazy thing, this crazy drop, people always bought the dip. They always bought the dip, and they love it so much. GameStop's still struggling a little bit to recover. We do see some good candles here, some nice green candles. Hopefully that momentum continues. Hopefully they continue to go up, and it looks great. Welcome, Lance. Good morning. Rocky says, last year Zynga also bought a few of their competition. Hey, those are the kinds of pieces of information that it's so important for people to know. It's so important because you need to be able to know more about the stock than I do whenever I'm taking a quick glance. But I hope I ask some questions that say like, hey, they just bought this person, they're buying out these companies, and that's great. That is a great way to solidify their way to the top. Remember, sometimes they'll buy a company and they'll dissolve it. And it's crazy stuff. I think like Amazon will do that. I think Facebook could do that. Google will do that. Some of these big companies, or they'll absorb it and they'll just make it better. So, that's some great pieces of information to know. So good job knowing that stuff. So let's take a look. Not a 15 to fill my contract. I know. Yes, I do need my contract to be filled as well. I do have a $14.50 strike price for AMC, hoping that it continues to rally, and maybe it'll just rally in a power hour. We need to make sure. Canisius has a $20 call. Oh boy, hope it doesn't expire today. We'll see how the day goes. Hopefully it treats you well, but yeah, it could be a risk. Canisius, if you don't get it, don't feel too bad. I do have BlackBerry calls expiring today that I'm gonna lose a couple thousand on, so unfortunate. Taking a look at GameStop. So AMC kind of trading sideways, a little bit of a bounce, good run, but a little bit of a bounce. We'll see how far this retraces. Hopefully not too much, and it continues to run. We do have a huge sell order here. Look at the sell wall. 9,000 orders at $14. So we'll see how this continues to eat it. It looks like we have plenty of orders to eat this up, and I think it will eat it up, and we will see what happens, how it goes. Let's take a look at GameStop. GameStop's still kind of consolidating. We're going to see what happens. Let's see if I can get a nice little line in here and see if we can do a good little squeeze down. I think we can get one in here. I just want to make sure I'm able to... here's a few more touch points. Okay, we'll see if we can get that. Let's see if we can get one at the top and bring it down. Let me see where I want to grab these. Yeah, we'll grab it right here. Okay, let's see if we get a squeeze down. We're looking for a engulfing green candle right here to just knock it out of the park and bring it out of this level of the squeeze down right here. Could be a good bullish flag here if we get that. So hopefully this continues to go up. Cliff says Fintel reporting only 800,000 available short on AMC. Thank you for letting us know, Cliff. We haven't been looking too much at Fintel just because some of the information has been a little weird, and I don't know. Fintel is kind of on a fence right now, so we're gonna see. I did see, actually I saw Sarah, I didn't miss you. AMC sends GRILMVIS. I am going to be making a few videos this weekend. GRIL is going to be one of them, and I do have some videos that I owe some people, and we're gonna see. So Fintel, oh yeah, we already talked about Fintel. DG, good morning. Welcome. Oh gosh, Canisius, yeah. They expired today, $20 calls. We're going to see what happens. Lauren says Muscle Maker will go up. Everything is down right now. Yeah, you know, and that may be the craziness of the morning. Maybe it goes down, and then in the afternoon it's just going to rally for the rest of the day. So we'll have to see. You know. And hopefully that's the way it goes. Hopefully every single stock is green by the end of the day. That would be fantastic. You know what? Let's see who the most volatile for the day. One of my favorite features of Webull here that I have here is they have, and I think most brokers will have this or whatever, trading platforms, but they do have the biggest gainers of the day. I do want to preface really quick saying that I would be very, very careful looking at these stocks and chasing them. I would not recommend chasing them, but you do whatever you think is best for yourself. But taking a look, we can see some stocks are up today 100%, 80%, and that's really it, this is actually uncommon. Usually I would see like maybe 100 or 100+% we've seen before. I've seen 200% before, maybe even 300. And, you know, we'll see. Oh, I was hoping this was SENS. This is not SENS. This is SNES instead of SENS. That is unfortunate, but that is okay. Up 80%, and sometimes we'll see like 50, 50, 40, 40. So it's weird that you know, we have 180 and then this. Let's see who the losers are. So we can see top losers, stocks that are most down for the day. So the stocks that are most down for the day are IDRA down 60%, 20%, and so we can see all these other stocks here. But sometimes it's good to see. Sometimes you'll see your favorite stock on here. One time I saw AMC on here, and it was fantastic. It was so great, and we know what day that was, January 27th. So just some fun things to look at sometimes, just to have some hope. Have some hope. It looks like we are still in this squeeze down for GameStop, trading at $189. So we'll see what happens there. AMC is still at this $14 mark, and so as long as we continue to hold above this $14 mark, I'll be very, very happy. As we all know, my goal is to get as many options in the money as possible. The minimum being this, obviously, I guess the real minimum being $14, but $15 strike being my goal. I would love for us to be able to get this $15 strike, get all of these options. And remember, this is an update in real time. This was updated from yesterday. So this could be huge. And it looks like we're teetering right here. And this is the kind of play that just happened to me whenever I purchased my GE call option. GE call option up 118% on the day, just from 22 cents. So the power of call options. Man, that's crazy. That is very crazy stuff. Let's take a look here at, let's go back to the charts of AMC and GME. Still kind of squeezing down. Man, the squeeze is really, really going in. We're going to see which way it's going to go. Is GRIL a buy? That is a great question, Pop. I covered it in a little segment yesterday. I am going to have a video coming out on it probably tomorrow, maybe Sunday at the latest, but make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. A quick synopsis is, well, I really can't tell you what to do, but they do have some good things going for them, and you'll have to make the decision for yourself. But that video should help you decide how much do I like it, how much don't I like it, stuff like that. What do I think about Upstart, is what Print says. Upstart. I haven't really heard of Upstart, so we will see what is going on. Really quick, I think we're getting close to that okay, we're getting pretty close to that. But let's take a look at Upstart really quick. Let's see what these guys do. Financials, banking, and investment services. I like this kind of industry. Just super boring, super just a lot of money in there. So is a cloud-based artificial intelligence lending platform. Very, very interesting. The company's platform aggregates consumer demands for loans and connects to its network of Upstart AI-enabled bank partners. The company's AI models are provided to bank partners with a consumer-facing cloud application excuse me, that streamlines the end-to-end process of originating and servicing a loan. Very interesting. So I'm curious what that actually means. I really don't know the intricacies of this. It sounds like they're trying to determine if people are worth, like, if based on credit scores and my stuff, like maybe they're using AI to determine how much of a risk I am, stuff like this. And we'll really have to see what that does. But looking at the financials, let's look at it let's start annually. And gross profit has been steadily increasing by a lot, almost doubling every single year, which I love. Taking a look at the quarterly profit, has been kind of steady, but that's okay. It looks like they've been going up year over year, which I do like. 53% institutional ownership, which is fantastic. I love a lot of institutional ownership. You'll have to look at the News Catalyst analysts saying that mixed reviews, and I always take these with a big grain of salt whenever I'm looking at them, because we like them when they're good, don't like them when they're bad. Looking at the chart, let's take a look at the chart and how they've done over the past year. I'm not sure why this is looking so crazy. Let's look at the 1 year. Oh, okay, so they're relatively new, so maybe 6 months? Okay, so hey, huge run here, but again, I don't like to chase. You need to really decide if this is right for you. Now, looking at what it's been doing, it's been climbing, a very small retracement. This is a healthy retracement. Same thing again. Now, the question is, do you think it's going to climb today? Are you trying to play this as a swing trade, or are you trying to get in here? You need to make sure that you know what's going on with this company. What are they doing? Why are they going to be better? There's Rocket Mortgage. There's every single bank does lending. This is a little bit different because it's AI. Are they first to market with this? What makes it so much better? Can they assess people's risk better? So, there are a few questions that you have to ask yourself. Why are they going to steal some of the market share? But if you can answer those questions, you're like, this is why they're better, blah, 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 and nail those out, then, hey, this could be a great play for you. Let's take a look over here at, let's go back to AMC. And let's go to the 1 day. So going in here, yeah, somebody said it touched 405, which is just insane. So these guys are doing fantastic. Let's see what happened with the squeeze down here. Still trading sideways, man. I think I'm going to have to adjust these to keep them a little more accurate. And yep, still in a bit of a squeeze down. So we'll see. Hopefully this rallies, and we want to see that huge gap up. Excuse me. Chan, I haven't gotten the stimulus. If I get it, I'll put it into AMC. Man, Chan, that's a while. That's crazy. I wonder if people, I don't know when the last day to get your stimulus is. I'm sure it's going to continue going, but I thought it would have been, Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. But dang, I wonder how many people haven't gotten their stimulus that want to purchase AMC. Very, very curious to know what that's about. Pop sub. Hey, I appreciate the sub very much. Thank you. Diamond is finally even back on TCAT. Man, this is a wild ride here. This stock has been non-stop going crazy. Wow. Well, hopefully it ends up well for you. Okay, AMC still kind of in this $14 range. Let's take a look at GME. Let's zoom in a little bit, see what's going on in this squeeze down. And hey, it looks like we may have broken outside of it. Let's see if this continues to run. I'm actually going to take 1 second. I'm going to go to the restroom really quick, and I will be right back. Let me take a sip of water before I leave, and then we can just look at the GME price action. Of course, you can always see the AMC price action and all these other stocks over here on the side, and we'll see. All right, all right. So it looks like it was unfortunate what happened. Okay, so let's see exactly what happened here. So I wonder if I can move these lines to be a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe we can continue the squeeze down. I just don't want to be too biased here with everything going on with these stocks. Let's see. Okay, good. Let me grab it here. Maybe I'll put it like that, and we'll see if we continue this squeeze down. No problem. So let's see here. Let's see what AMC is doing. AMC dropped a little bit, still respecting this level of support. Hopefully it continues to respect this level of support, and we see some great action, okay? Diamond, thank you for pointing that out. Some people are getting checks or debit cards. I did not think about that whenever it comes to people getting their stimulus checks. Very, very, very interesting. Tommy says, Corey, how big is your LCD screen? I do have a 25-inch monitor. It's a huge gaming monitor. It's 244 hertz. The only thing is that the screen sometimes just turns off. I don't know what's wrong with it, but sometimes the power turns off. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. It's brand new. I'm gonna have to get it exchanged or something because pretty unfortunate. Terrence says, I didn't get a stimmy yet. GME is prepping for takeoff. Yeah, GME, it looks like GME is getting ready to slingshot. Hopefully slingshot's the right way. It does look like that we may have broken the squeeze down to the point where I can't really justify putting it in a different place, especially if this closes, especially if this continues to go down. So we will see which way this goes, and we'll just continue to watch it. AMC did break that level of support here, which I was afraid of. It was testing it, but that's okay. I'm still, it's the name of the game. Name of the game, volatility. We will see what happens. Diamond says 44 out of 49 people have liked. Make sure it's 100. I appreciate the support, Diamond. I do forget to ask, and realistically, I'm just happy people being here. So thank you so much for reminding me. Serene, welcome. Good morning. I still need to get my first and second stimulus. It's going to be in AMC, of course. I love it. Yeah, some people haven't gotten their stimmy checks. My brother, he hasn't gotten a single stimmy check, and he should qualify for in every way. I mean, it's so weird. I really don't know why some people aren't getting their stimmy checks. I don't know if he's followed up on it with anyone though. So I don't know. Tough. Gunnar says, I'm glad I didn't play long on AMC. Oh, Gunnar, are you on GME? For my calls. Okay. Okay, yeah. It really depends on how you want to do for your calls. Sometimes I did play longer on my calls for AMC. I typically do play longer with my calls. This GE one was just kind of a, hey, let me show what's going on. Like the stars kind of aligned with the amount of money I had and stuff. So I was like, hey, we'll play this and see what happens. And not too bad. Up 86% on my call. Meanwhile, GE is only up 18 cents. So crazy stuff. Very, very cool. But be careful with calls. Remember, I was prepared to lose all that money today, and it expires today. So just keep that in mind. Take a look at IVR up 1.29% on the day. BlackBerry up 1% on the day. Not going to expire in the money for me by the looks of it so far, which again is pretty unfortunate. Now, for AMC, still kind of now it's a level of resistance. It is trying for that level of resistance to hopefully it breaks through and it's back up into above this 1385 number or line of resistance. So, and hopefully it acts as a line of support. That'd be fantastic. Rokora says, got that dry powder, waiting for a fat dip. Buy. Hey, smart play. Buy the dip, and it's gonna be great. Bobby Chow, agree. Let's help Corey as much as possible. Oh, thank you. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. Diamond says, out of dry powder, just jumped that last $300 onto TCAT. And hey man, I hope this one prints for you. I know you've been on this one for a few days. I'm sure it's been super stressful just watching it all day. I have had it on my side for you, so hopefully that helps a little bit. But I'm sure you have your own chart open, just waiting to see what happens. I know it's been a little bit stressful, so we will see what happens. Bobby Chow says he gets better and better. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Bought Zynga calls right before asking you, up 30%. Hey, Rocky. I'm sorry, Rocky. Hey, that's great to hear, man. And you see how up 30%, man, that's crazy. You see how like the power of call options are crazy, and it also depends on where you get it. So it's here at $9.50. So it doesn't look like it dipped under that to where you could have bought it just out of the money, but it's getting pretty close to this $10 mark, and so this could be a great place for the for call option. And a lot of times you'll see these call options. For example, eyes over here doesn't look like they have options, and that's something to keep in mind. Not all stocks you'll be able to purchase in all stocks. So some of them you can only purchase buys, and it looks like eyes is only you can only buy or sell. So things to consider also. Diamond is shaking looking at TCAT. Yeah, I'm sure it's been very, very nerve-wracking watching TCAT and seeing what it's going to do. So again, hoping for the best, but we will see exactly what happens here. I wish some had options. Yeah, some of these, like I said, some of these don't have options, but the ones that you can capitalize on, there's plenty of stocks that do have options that outweigh the ones that you don't. Unfortunately, sometimes the stocks that you're most bullish on don't have options, so you got to kind of take the good with the bad. But you know what? It'll be all right. We are okay. let's take a look, see what's going on. I have been trying to keep up with Hey It's Pixel. Hey It's Pixel. I've been waiting for an update on this DTCC rule 801, trying to see if there's any kind of update. I want to see this federal release like this on the side over here. And from my understanding, whenever this is on the side, this is either an update or it has been approved. So I'm trying to figure out exactly what that, excuse me, exactly what's going on. I guess they were banned or something for a day by mistake because people thought they had their mental health was declining, something like that. So I don't know what that was about, but that's all right. Let's take a look back at the charts and see what's going on. GME, let's see. So it did break through. Let me fix this chart a little bit. Sorry about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and can I move this? Kind of. Oops. Let's put this back where it was. And I wonder if I will be able to... another squeeze down? I don't know if I like the way I'm doing this, but it is just kind of trading sideways. So it looks like it does kind of fit in this way. So that could be pretty fantastic. Still hoping for a big break from GameStop. AMC still trading sideways, still bouncing around this level of support, and seeing if it can stay above it. So let me see if I can move this line a little bit just to be a little more accurate to what is going on with this action. I do like that line a little bit better, and hopefully that will serve a good purpose here. Nice green candles. Hopefully this continues good, and we'll see which way this thing goes. All right. Let's see here and make sure everything is looking crystal clear. I'm trying to think if there's any new posts, any new information that should be out, but I'm not really seeing anything that is drawing my attention. We will just continue to look at the price action for a little bit and keep it on. Let me take a look over here on my other screen really quick. Just bear with me a moment. No, it is... All right. So I am back. Let me take a look here. Taking a look over here at the AMC. Just still sitting pretty. No worries. GME. Olive with the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for that super chat. What is the difference between and benefits of covered calls? Okay, so there's a few different things with calls, covered calls. Covered calls are a little bit tricky. So we have to be super careful whenever it comes to these, because I made this mistake the other day and it actually cost me a lot of money. And I hated it. So what happened was I called the Fidelity because I didn't want to do this wrong. And I said, hey, I'm going to trade options over on this platform because I had a lot of money over in my Fidelity account, right? So what I did is I called Fidelity and I said, hey, this is what I want to do. And essentially what I was trying to do was a single call option. And so basically, if I were to go over here and I were to click on who has options, I was looking at GE. So if I was to buy an option right here, right? And so this right here is, what is it? Okay, single. See how it's just a single? And then there's covered and all this stuff. So essentially, if I were to do a covered, right? If I do a covered, your okay, look at this. If I purchased a covered call here, the max profit, look at my loss versus my max profit. Why would I do this? You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't like covered calls. I'm sure there's some kind of benefit to it, but I don't like it because I can still, it's going to cost me like a lot of money because I'm going to have to pay $1,300. My max loss is $1,300, and I can, but my max profit is $83. So things to be super careful with. I really can't give you like any benefit to a covered call. If anyone has a good reference or something we can look at for covered calls, but I really don't see anything here that really helps. I like to use just regular single options because single options are super easy to understand, and I only have to pay $2, for example, this one, but my max profit is unlimited. I'd rather have unlimited profits rather than those limited profits. Okay, so something to keep in mind. Let's see what else is going on here. I think I missed a chat or two. If I could throw some powder on it, if my contract pays off, I'll buy $100 of ZOM. Hey, not bad, Diamond. So Rocky says, Zynga honestly should be a $15 stock in my opinion. Great financials, crushed last year's earnings. Bought it, got killed by Morgan Stanley or someone doing a huge blockchain sell or some crap for millions. Wow. Yeah, I mean, crazy stuff. I'm glad I was able to be helpful. Yeah, I just want to, I'm sorry I couldn't give you like a more technical definition, but I just want you to see the ups and downs for that. And I think that it's important to just to know that, because learn from my mistakes. It was a very, very costly mistake for me because it was actually a pretty awful experience, and Fidelity did not really care at all, obviously. Do you get to set your strike price because you just make them price where you don't think it'll hit? Okay, so I think you're talking about options here. And yes, so let's say you're purchasing an AMC call option, right? You get to choose your strike price. And it should be for really any option. You should be able to choose your strike price. And I'm not going to lie, I really don't know what a lot of these do. And so I'm not going to pretend like, oh, like I'm an options expert. I'm not an options expert. I do know a little bit. And I'm just going to give you the way I like to do options. And if you want to look into options more, I'm sure there's a bunch of videos out there that could really cover all of those. But I like to stick with a super straight. Yeah, Olive. Yeah, it's good to know with those, because sometimes you'll see those and they'll have max loss unlimited. And max loss unlimited is kind of like whenever you short something. That's why these hedge funds are in such trouble. And a lot of people don't fully understand this concept that whenever you short a stock, remember, there's calls and there's puts. Okay, a call is you think it's going to go up, and you can only lose what you put into the stock, right? Same thing with the put. If you think a stock is going to go down, you can only lose what you put into a stock. Now, if you do a short meaning you think the stock is going to go down, and so you're shorting the stock, which is similar to a put, right? But the difference is you have unlimited losses if that stock goes up. So for example, if I think the stock is going to go to, if I think, oh, after this week it's going to drop to $12, I can only lose, and it keeps on going up, let's say it goes to $100, I can only lose $2. But if I say, hey, this stock is going to go to $2, if I do a short, I can lose unlimited amount of money. Now, and I'll have to pay it, which is absolutely scary, terrible. Oh, for covered calls, okay, I'll get to that in a second, Rocky. Thank you for clarifying. So So that's why these hedge funds are in a terrible position. They thought the stock was going to essentially go to zero. They're just shorting it. And remember, the most you can make whenever you're shorting a stock is whatever the value is. So if someone is shorting AMC right now, let's say they start shorting it at $14, the most they can make is $14 a share, which isn't bad. Now, where they got greedy is whenever they were on AMC and GameStop, whenever they were continuing to short it, it was only at $2 a share. So that's the most they could make, $2 a share. And for me, that's not worth it, especially for the fact that you could lose unlimited. That's why they got caught in such a bad position, and that's why they're going to lose a lot of money. They have unlimited potential of losses here, which is super scary. GME bouncing a little, that's what I like to see. Thank you so much for calling it out. As you can see, that squeeze down, it really did work. It continued and continue to squeeze down, and this is what we look for through a squeeze down. We look for that huge engulfing green candle, and we did get it. Now the question is it going to continue to respect this level of resistance, or will it break through it? Not my favorite level of resistance, because we're not touching all of these little candle wicks, but we'll see what happens here, and we'll continue to monitor. I'll leave this one up a little bit while I talk about the Rocky was talking about the covered calls. Do you think you could you just make them to a price we don't think it'll hit? Rocky, I see what you're saying. And that's not the way covered calls really work. From my understanding, here's how. Okay, so whenever I did a covered call, I had a call. It was a covered call on AMC, and basically what they were saying is, let's look at the option and make it a little easier for AMC. We'll look at calls and we'll go to covered. Okay, so whenever I was doing my covered call, I had it like this, right? And essentially what they're saying is, as long as it doesn't pass $15.50, it was something, and this might be wrong, but if anyone knows that this is wrong, just let me know. But from my understanding is, as long as it doesn't pass $15.50, you will gain $157. And so you just have to make sure you sell it before it hits this price, which again, I don't get it. Like, why would anyone do this? I don't know why this exists. That's why I'm, I don't want to go too deep into this because I truly don't understand why this would exist. And that's just my personal not understanding of how it works. Maybe as you get higher, it's good, but from my understanding, but it really, again, I don't fully understand the benefits of this. Maybe it's good, and as I'm getting further out of the money, I'm noticing that your max loss is getting less and your max profit is getting more. But even then, I still wouldn't want that. I would want unlimited profits because I can do a covered call there, but it's still going to cost me $1,300, or I could do a single option and it's going to cost me $17 with unlimited max profit. So that's why I don't fully understand this. So that's just my super ape brain understanding of it. I could be, I'm obviously right because we're seeing the numbers, but I could be wrong in my reasoning for why it could be something good. So we'll see. Tommy says people sell covered calls to collect premiums, and you see that. And again, I just don't fully understand the benefit of covered calls as opposed to regular calls. And so that's where I'd be scared. So Rocky says you can't choose a strike. Yeah, I mean, you can choose any strike. So you can choose any one of these. So let's say you choose an $18 strike. Oh wait, this is single. Let me switch to covered. And you see how you can choose any strike here. Because all you do is you say, here's the strike. I want $19. So I click here, and you can see my your strike price is 19, and you can change it as well. And here's what you have here. And as you can see, there's some additional parts to it. There's these legs, and again, just my non-understanding of it. I don't want to give you like wrong information. I've just given you, all I want to give you is these numbers here, which how much it's going to cost, your max loss, and what your max profit is. So just something to keep in mind, because you're still going to have to pay $1,300 to get this started. And for me, if I'm going to pay $1,300 to get this started, I don't know. And again, this is probably the wrong way to think of it because I don't fully understand these covered calls, and I want to be completely transparent with you guys. If I could sell them at $40 or something, then I do it. Well, they do have a $40 covered call here, and you can do it. But again, you're going to have to pay $1,300 for it, and your max loss is that almost $1,400, and it's the same amount, but your max profit is $2,600. And again, maybe you're seeing this in a different way that I am, but if I sell one at $25, no, you don't get anything back. Covered calls is you well, I don't think you get anything back. These calls are super dangerous. If you don't use it, you lose it essentially. So if you have one at $25, and you don't make it, from my understanding, your max loss again could be $1,100. So you have to be extremely, extremely careful. That's why, personally, I stick to the single stock options. Super easy for my small brain to understand, and I can see, okay, if it doesn't hit the $50 strike price, I lose $6. But if it hits, and again, I'm not sure, because imagine how many. Let's say, okay, all of those were $1,300, right? Oh, Vegan, thank you so much. Thank you. Vegan says covered calls are bearish plays. You already have the collateral in shares already bought. Selling calls gets you premium, and if they get in the money, you sell the shares you already had for higher. I see. Okay, so Vegan, is it kind of like a double dip? Like you get it at first, and then you can sell it again or something? It seems like it may be something like that. But thank you for clarifying. Again, bear with me here, guys. I'm not trying to. Covered calls seem to be very popular, is what Rocora says. So, what do I know? I'm not sure about these, and I think I'm going to kind of leave it there, and we'll see. Rocora says this might be a dumb question. I'm not entirely sure if I want to make my average price lower. Could I potentially buy a near the money strike price soon and exercise to increase my average? Right. Yeah. So apparently that's what a lot of people are doing. I've personally never done that. I typically just sell my contracts. So for people and I've had a lot of people tell me this, essentially what they're doing is buying in the money calls. And then as it continues to go up, they just, they'll buy $8 call or whatever. And hopefully it continues to go in the money. And then what they'll do is they'll go ahead and exercise the options and lower their average cost per share. And that can be a great way to do it. That can be a great little option. Rocky says, so yeah, it's a put in sheep's clothes. Hey, that's an interesting thing. Yeah, thank you guys for your input. Thank you for helping me out here. I'm just one guy trying to figure this all out, and I appreciate everybody's support and patience while I kind of try to to walk myself through that while explaining it. So I appreciate all the support. Let's take a look here. So let's catch up on AMC. So we did get kind of deep in that, but personally, I guess I'll just close with I like to just play my super easy single calls. But hey, if there could be, it seems like there could be some great potential for these covered calls, but again, not really my forte. AMC, looking at the chart, still hovering, consolidating right here, kind of barcoding, which is okay. We'll see what happens, and hopefully it continues to rally. So it does look like, as you remember, we did have this GameStop squeeze down. We squeezed down, we bounced up, and it looks like we're going to continue to kind of consolidate around this area. We're going to see what's going on. Bobby, where is Jamie G? I have no idea where Jamie is. I'm sure he'll be here shortly. And rambunctious in a good way, if that's a good thing. He's gonna be having a good time. So we love it. We love the energy. It's all love here. Tommy says, I know people who have thousands of shares in Sens. They sell puts on Sens to collect premium. Interesting. See, some of these plays, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I'm not a professional trader. Like, this isn't what I do for a living or anything like that. Like, I'm doing my best to see what's going on and see what's happening. But it's some of these things I just don't know about. So just keep that in mind. And but the good news is I'll tell you when I don't fully understand something, and we'll keep it. I'll keep it transparent at all times. Wag is saying great consolidation on AMC. Yeah, hey, I'll take this sideways, guys. I will take this sideways, and hopefully during the end of the day, during that power hour, we'll see some great action. I'm wondering if we have a good little. Let me see if I can connect some points here. This might be pretty interesting. Wow, we got a lot of points there. Okay, and let me see if we can get something up here, please. All right, just bear with me one moment while this thing gives me a hard time. All right, a little bit of a squeeze down here. Hopefully this goes the way we want. Looks like a bullish flag. So, you know what I say? That's what I say. My GE call not doing too bad, up 136%. Insane. This is I really didn't expect it to be this big. I typically don't purchase calls. This is a whole thing that I never really do. I never really purchase calls whenever it dropped like a penny under on a stock that's really not so volatile. This was really a rare occasion, but I really like what I did. And I don't know. Part of me is getting some crazy ideas in my head about doing this more often and do some crazy stuff. So we shall see. UWMC is looking good, Jaden. So not too bad. I mean, up, just under 1% on the day. So we'll see. Hopefully that continues to go in your favor, and we'll kind of see. I don't know why it says. Why does it say it's up 1%, but it started open at $9.50? That's kind of weird to me now. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind, guys. AMC. Squeezing down, squeezing down, squeezing down. I love it. Let's see what else we got going on. Sup, Bobby. Olive says, I feel annoying because I could just Google this, but real quick, what is a SBAC? SBAC, Special Acquisition Company. There we go. Thanks for helping each other out in the chat, guys. There's a lot going on. So this is perfect. If your stock is a dead cat that just moved sideways, you can sell put or call options and just collect premiums. That's interesting. Yep. So let me ask you, Tommy, are you the one who trades the call options in the day, or is that Diamond? There's someone who trades call options, like day trading call options, or I should say options. And I can't recall who that was. I really want to go watch Trey, but he's in a Vikings jersey. Oh, is he live right now? Oh, he is live right now. Okay. I guess he's just getting started. He only has 1.6k people, which is very small for him. Super interesting. I wonder why that is. All good. All good. And as we said that, we are losing a lot of viewers. People do want to hop to Trey's trades. Can't say that I blame them, but that is all right. It's all love. It's all love. Yeah. Okay. You do day trade options. Okay. I just started options yesterday. Okay. So no worries. No worries. I see day. I do day trade options. Okay. Man. Crazy. Crazy. Let's see what's going on here. It looks like we're still kind of squeezing out. I wonder if I can go ahead and adjust this to continue to be in some kind of squeeze pattern here. Ooh, actually, I really don't like this, but we'll see. We'll just leave that here. That's all right. This is more of an art rather than a science, so we will continue to watch that. And these, I'm going to go ahead and clear these. Well, we'll go ahead and leave this and see what kind of consolidation we have throughout the day and see what's going on. So we do have GameStop just coming down a little bit, guys. This is just 190. So a lot of consolidation. I really don't mind the consolidation. So hopefully it continues. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line of support here. I did like what I saw right around here. And hopefully it continues to respect this. It does look like a little messy over here. Maybe I'll decide to clear this out. But for now, I'll go ahead and leave them and see what happens. Still here. I appreciate you guys hanging around here. Andrew has most of his people because he started late. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah. So we'll see. I did have a good amount of people. Usually it's less than 20 people in here, so I'll take it. No worries at all. I appreciate you guys. I mean, realistically, I know I said that, but I just appreciate you guys. I see the people here every day, in and out, all day, and I appreciate you guys the most, honestly. Whenever I have a Discord or anything, I'm gonna have like a probably separate chat for like OGs and stuff, and that's gonna be you guys. And sideways just meaning just going like this. See how it's like not really up, not really down, just kind of barcode. This is also called like barcoding or something. Just very or sideways, just not really going up or down. Rocky says, do you have a Twitter? I'll try to start sharing your page. Yeah, I do have a Twitter. Not too much going on the Twitter, though. But yes, I do have a Twitter. It's in the description. It's just, is it a buy? Just all together is my Twitter. We ain't freaking leaving. Thank you, Canisius. I love it. Love it so much. Oh, my gosh. Tommy says, I mostly do momentum plays. Just ride the momentum of a stock. That's very interesting, Maybe and this goes also with having a Discord. I would love to get like some of you guys in here, and I know we probably most of us aren't crazy like day traders or anything, but I'd love to just look at like people's ideas, the way people do it. So like, for example, if Tommy wanted to hop on and say, hey, this is how I day trade, and like I look for this, and then I jump on that and I buy this, like, and I would love to get other people's opinions on it. Because if you were here, you saw what I did for GE, and look, I'm up 150% almost on my play. Okay, and it's only up 26 cents. Insane. I wonder what's going to happen. Man, this is wild. SNDL is a good example of barcode. Let's take a look. Yeah, I would probably say this is, and you can see like look at this. This is especially barcoding right here. So I mean, I guess what I looked at wasn't necessarily barcoding, but you could kind of see, kind of like the gist of it, and just a lot of consolidation. A lot of consolidation. Hop on, Tommy. Yeah, I will get a few people. We can have we'll have show and tell, and we'll all help each other out and say, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, and if you disagree with each other, cool, great. I love disagreements. Whenever you can express them in a helpful way, positive way, that'd be great. Let's see what else we have going on. IVR not doing too bad, 2%. BlackBerry, come on. I only need BlackBerry to go up, $10 more on the day. That's it. And I'll make money. And I'll still lose some money, but I'll make a little bit of money. Boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy. The decisions we make. I'm seeing a lot more green here, and obviously not toward the bottom. These are cruise lines. So these are all cruise lines. This whole industry not doing very well today. But of all these other stocks that we just so happen to look at, my recently viewed, we do have a lot of stocks that are green. Just a few. The majority are green. A few are red. But you know what? Not too worried about it. Not too worried about it at all. Let's see. Let's go back to the good old two. Still completely trading sideways. And this is how it could end, guys. I want us to be prepared that it could end going completely sideways the entire day. And I'm ready for it. I really am. I think I'm gonna have to invest in some chapstick. My lips have never been so dry my whole life, and I think it's the streaming. Maybe I'm not drinking enough. Let me take a sip of water. Maybe that'll help. TCAT, not treating you well. No options. I was gonna see how much the option would cost, and I'll write it with you. Nathan, loving your vids, bro, or your vids, bro. How's AMC looking for a $15 end of day? Nathan, I appreciate it so much. AMC, that is what I'm hoping for, but you know what? We're kind of consolidating here, kind of just trading, man, just sideways. And I'm hoping, as we all know, my goal is that $15 strike. I really, really, really want that $15 strike. And remember, people are probably still purchasing more shares in the money here, or out of the money, I should say. And so as long as people are continuing to buy these, this isn't updated in real time. So this could currently be very well be over 5 million shares, 50,000 contracts times 100, 5 million shares. This is what I'm hoping for. I am realistically, I'm worried we're all going to trade a little bit of kind of sideways for the whole day. It's a very real possibility. And if that is the case, then then that's what we get. I'll take a sideways day rather than a down day. Of course, we absolutely want these contracts to expire in the money, but that's the way the cookie may crumble. As long as we don't see any hard downtrend, then it'll be all right. Oh, Tommy has $3,000 ready for Power Hour, ready to help the cause. Man, that's incredible. Let's see. Ode says, is it possible Webull can liquidate my AMC stocks like Fidelity did or Robinhood did GME? If so, can we sue them? So that's a great question. Oh, what up, Diamond Life? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I missed you. Almost missed you there. So for Ode, for your question, can they liquidate your account? It's so hard to say. And, what's so tricky about these companies is the the terms of service that you agree to, and chances are we all agreed to something crazy. I really don't know the rules on Webull. Webull is kind of like think about Robinhood. We loved Robinhood. Everybody loved Robinhood. Everyone used Robinhood, and we thought they were the greatest thing of all time. But you know what? Whenever push came to shove, and it came to them actually losing a lot of money, or their hedge funds, their biggest client losing a lot of money, they said, you know what? We're going to choose the big client over our retail investors, and that's what happened. And that's what they did to us, and it was lame. So. Diamond, I totally agree with you. Diamond says, I don't think people would do that after everything that happened with Robinhood. Realistically, I don't think Robinhood would do that again. And if they do that again, because they're already going through a lot of this capital stuff, the congressional hearing, and holy smokes, I don't think they would risk that kind of negative publicity again, especially because, I mean, imagine everyone left. They're trying to IPO, and they ruined it. They completely ruined themselves. And so we'll see what happens. But I guess I cannot definitively answer your question if they'll do that. Based on what everyone has seen, what happened, they probably wouldn't do that just out of fear of everyone leaving their platform, because we would. B Invest, what's your take on cannabis stocks? Cannabis stocks are a little tricky for me. I'm not going to lie, I really don't follow them. I can't give you a good answer. And just to be transparent, I could try to make something up, but just to be honest with you, I really don't follow them too much, but I will ask you a few questions. Which ones are you bullish on, and why? What makes them different? I have a theory that a lot of these CBD shops are just going to switch to be cannabis as soon as possible. And they're already set up. They're trying to build their infrastructure right now. And so the cannabis stocks that you're into, what's going to make them stand out in this world? I mean, think about how many CBD stores. Imagine every single one of those CBD stores being turned into a cannabis shop. Who's gonna come in? Who's gonna penetrate the market? Who already has a base that is huge? Like, for example, think about this. In-N-Out was, I think it was California and everything like that. They came to Texas. And everyone could not wait to go to In-N-Out because they had already penetrated the market. They had a big fan base, a big following. Everyone knew In-N-Out was delicious. And whenever they came to Texas, they did perfect. And in Texas, we have Whataburger, which is, they're the burger place. Of course, we have McDonald's and stuff, but everyone really likes Whataburger. And then In-N-Out came in, and they were still able to steal some of that market share because they had such a strong name and a strong presence. So you need to be able to answer yourself, who do you think is going to... Who do you think is going to do well? I think that we did have a huge run up and it kind of consolidated. I like that it consolidated. Now, hopefully we did find a bottom, and you're going to be waiting for another news catalyst. And that news catalyst could be who knows what, And I think if you are bullish on those stocks, to hop in, if you'd like, hop in and wait for another news catalyst. It might take a few months, it might take a year, it might take 2 years. And hopefully that issue will get addressed, and you could see a lot of gains. But I would say the time to get into a stock is before the hype. And if you were riding it on the way up, you got burned, because we all know what happened to the cannabis. They all dipped so hard. And that's my opinion. But Webull will sell your options on you is what. So you don't think they'll sell your options on you? Man, that's crazy. I don't know how these brokers and stuff, they can sell your positions, like especially with trade. I'm sure we all know his story. He had they sold out of his positions $30,000 without a margin call or anything, and they just sold out whenever it was at the low for the day. And that's just shocking to me. It's just so crazy. I would love to know their fidelity side, so them liquidating his account. I've been very lucky. I used to trade on margin in Robinhood, and before all the AMC stuff, I did trade on it for a long time, and sometimes I would get a margin call, and they would say, hey, you have 3 days or whatever it is to pay for it, and I just put some money in, and it wasn't even much. I'd have to put $50, maybe $100 or something, sometimes even less, just to make sure they don't liquidate and sell out of my positions, because they will. But it's crazy. So to over In-N-Out from a Texan. Jimmy, I'm with you. I love Whataburger so much. I probably like it more than McDonald's and Burger King. Realistically, In-N-Out has kind of grown on me, but you have to get an animal style. If you get animal style with that special sauce, whew, so good. But good point. I do like Whataburger better. Well, I'd have to have a competition now for Whataburger In-N-Out because it has grown on me. So, Diamond says if they're in the money, the options will be sold if closed to expiration. Yeah, I think Robinhood would do that well. So if this option, if I forget to execute this option, I think they'll sell the contract or something rather than execute it, especially because I don't have the money to buy all of the shares at that price. So from my understanding, they would just go and execute it, and I'd be fine with that. Or like sell it, and I'd be fine with just making the money rather than getting the shares, because that's what I typically like to do anyways. Five Guys, Rocora likes Five Guys, burgers and fries. I think they just changed to Five Guys now, but I haven't had them in a long time. I had them a while ago, and I don't think they were bad, but I really can't remember. So maybe they didn't stick out that much to me. Who knows? Let's take a look at what's going on. I'm letting the day get away from me. I guess we are trading kind of sideways still, just waiting, and that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and clear these out. It does look like we squeezed out of this, unless I can scoot this over. Is this a stretch? Is this a reach? Maybe not this bottom one. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this one, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we can break over this. We're kind of trading sideways, which again I really don't mind with what's going on, but I think it'll be okay. It'll be okay. I am counting on these options to really take us into the money, into the future with these stocks, and help us out a lot. Currently, and again, I do have some skin. Well, we all have skin in the game, but I do have skin in the game here. Talking about AMC, this call option. I do have a call option with a strike price, 2 contracts with a strike price of $14.50. So I am really hoping that I at least get to execute it. I think my break even price was $14.83 or 93 or something. So that $15 is going to allow me to have that expire in the money. If it doesn't expire in the money, I will lose some bucks. So we will see what happens. A lot of stocks are green today, though. That's what I like to see. But again, nothing too crazy with this movement. A lot of people are looking for this crazy movement today, and and we really weren't sure what we were gonna get. I thought there would be a little more percentage changes whenever it comes to these stocks, but we'll have to see. My problem is that I think too much says Whataburger. I miss eating there. Top 3 fast food burger chains. Yeah, Whataburger is very good, especially for like fast food. There's a difference between like fast casual and fast food. Fast food, it is it's a delicious burger. So good. It's huge too. Five Guys is good too. Their large fries enough for like 4 people. Yeah. Oh man, Diamond Life says, love Five Guys burgers. Hate their baked potato fries. Oh yeah, some people, I like thin crispy fries. I don't like if they have, I guess they have potato wedges or something, the thick fries, and I don't care for those too much. They taste very potatoey instead of like a fry or something. I don't know, that's kind of weird, but I really can't recall their fries. So anyways, let's get back to some price action here. I'm getting so hungry. I haven't eaten yet, and I'm probably gonna we'll see what I'm gonna do here. I have a few different ideas how I'm gonna take the day. I think I might take a little break, and then in like an hour or 2, who knows, and then I might record a video or 1 or 2 videos, eat, and then come back, finish the day strong, and hang out with you guys for the rest. So we'll see what happens there. I'll let you know. And man, but we are just trading sideways still. No action. Crazy stuff. Well, let's take a look at a few other stocks. Yeah, I hate potato wheat fries. Occasionally is a little better, but still too much. Yeah. You know who has kind of good fries? There's Checkers, or I think they're also called Rallies or something. There's a bunch of different of those, but they have those seasoned fries that are like, whew, they're so good with their chocolate shake. I love a shake. I love milkshakes. I'm a sucker. You guys got to get the Cajun fries from Five Guys. Y'all making me hungry. I know, I'm getting hungry too. I don't know if I can handle this much longer. All right. Any other stocks you guys want me to take a look at? Well, these are kind of trading sideways. I'd love to take a look at any picks that you guys like for like long term. I'd love to see your long term plays. Everybody likes the, the sundial and all these, I don't know, Senseonics and stuff. Anything I haven't really seen too much? Yeah, those fries are good. Oh, you can buy them. The Checkers fries or Rally's fries, whatever they are. I guess there's multiple, but you like Shake Shack. I went to Shake Shack for me. I don't know. It's okay, but I really don't care about Shake Shack too much. The witch got GME. Yeah. Yeah. It's been rough for GME so far. Rough morning, consolidation. Hopefully, during the last few time, then it'll go up. Diamond Life is grabbing some, or not Diamond Life. I'm sorry, Grant. No, Diamond Backhand. Too many diamonds. Is grabbing some Five Guys whenever we get off. Oh my gosh. Shake Shack chicken sandwich. Oh, I have not tried the chicken sandwich. Maybe that's my mistake. Yeah, I guess we'll just take a look at GameStop. Brewers, thank you for the follow. If you're still here, the Twitter follow. Ever eat at Steak and Shake? Oh my gosh, I love it. Yeah, Steak and Shake is absolutely delicious. I like to get the Frisco melt, which is like it's like a patty melt with like Thousand Island dressing on it, essentially, which is oh my gosh, so good. Thank you for pointing that out. Diamond backhand. So GME bullish flag. Yeah, I mean, hey, we do have this little flag going on here. I guess I'll go ahead and put that trend line back, and so hopefully it'll continue to kind of to go, and that'll be fantastic. Okay, let me make a quick call really quick. Any opinions on Ricey? Yes, I'm going to give you my opinion on Ricey in just a moment. Also, let me know what other stocks you guys want to see. Let me call my fiance 1 second, and I'm going to, and then we'll take a look at a few other stocks while these continue to trade sideways. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry about that, guys. That took much longer than I anticipated. So we are going to take a look, and let's take a look at the stocks that you guys want to see, and we will make sure that everything is looking good. It's a quick update on AMC and GameStop. Looks like they are continuing to trade sideways. Man, never ending. But let's see. We did have a few stocks. I know Olive wanted opinions on Ricey. So let's take a look and see what's going on. I know this is Rolls-Royce, Rocket or something. It's something crazy. So I used to have a position in here. So this one's a little tricky. This is an OTC market, so you can't really trade this on Webull. But this one, I was in over here at like $1.30. I did sell my position because I wanted to get everything out and over into AMC. And so that's that. Now, as far as the play goes, I don't really know too much about them. This is one of those where it was recommended to me from actually a coworker. And I was like, okay, sure, why not? So taking a look at Rolls-Royce, we can see here the company is focused on power and propulsion systems. Remember, this is Rolls-Royce right here. The holding aerospace and defense is what they do, which is crazy to think of Rolls-Royce like that. I don't fully understand. But which is engaged in the development, manufacture, marketing of sales of commercial aero engines and aftermarket services. Defense Aerospace, which is engaged in the development, manufacture, marketing, and sales of military aero engines and aftermarket services, and caters to sectors including combat aircraft, trainer aircraft, and helicopters. Guys, Power Systems, which is engaged in the development, manufacture, marketing, and sales of reciprocating engines and power systems. Power systems provide power solutions and complete lifecycle support under product and solution brand MTU systems. This is some crazy stuff. So like, but my only concern is like whenever you hear Rolls-Royce, I think of like these luxury kind of vehicles, cars and stuff. And I haven't done too much research into this to see them, but I do think of quality whenever I hear Rolls-Royce. And so there's a lot of money in these kind of government contracts and stuff. Now the question is obviously, I don't know if this is really a saturated market, but we know currently they do have, missiles, blah, 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 all this, and whether it's, planes and all this stuff. And chances are there are brands that they're comfortable using. And I really don't know who makes the brands. For example, the F-14s or F-15s, whatever they're flying these days, those kinds of jets or whatever exactly they're making. Helicopters, I'm sure they have brands that they're like, these guys make the best helicopters, or these guys make the best helicopters, blah, 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 blah. So some real questions that you have to think about there. I do know that they were bleeding pretty heavily. They had a huge sell-off in the past, like 6 months or something. Yeah, it completely tanked. And if you don't think a company is going to go out of business and you're ready to, I do like these kinds of plays. I like to get in right here, which I did get in, and just kind of hold it, because if you don't think they're going to go bankrupt, chances are they're going to try to develop something that is going to get them out of this slump. And that's what happened. If anything, you'll see there would be a lot of Wall Street bets people or whatever, retail traders that will buy the dip and ride it up for a long time. And that's great. That's what you want to see. So that's what I know about that one. This is you can't trade options because you can only buy this one. Now, as far as institutional ownership, 0.14%, which is not my favorite. It doesn't seem like a lot of people really like this stock. This one for me, and you see the analyst price target is super low. This one, I'm kind of on the fence about. I pulled out because I felt like I could have made more money elsewhere, and in AMC I did make much more money in this one, so I felt like I'd rather play that, and obviously that's what I did. So, but if you feel like, and again, I haven't been following them, if you feel like there's going to be some kind of news catalyst that's going to help them, then that could be great. If they go back to $3.50 or even $3 at this point, you'd basically double your money, which could be pretty great. If you ever come to Chicago, go to Portillo's. My problem is that I think too much says, do you have cryptocurrency at all here? I have some Cardano and VeChain. and Bitcoin. I personally don't have any cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a kind of a weird one for me. I get a little. I don't know too much about it to the point where I would feel comfortable getting into it, and that's just my honest thought. That's just me for now. I do like Bitcoin. Here's what I am starting to like cryptocurrency because of something like Bitcoin. Elon Musk has legitimized Bitcoin. Has it found its true value yet? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure if the value will continue to go up. But I think if Elon says, hey, one Bitcoin, unless he says this subject is price or this price is subject to change. Let's say he says like the $50,000 Tesla, whichever one that is. Let's say he says one Bitcoin is going to be one $50,000 Tesla model, whatever. And then for me, that would say, okay, Elon is basing the Bitcoin. He says one Bitcoin is worth $50,000. And that kind of solidifies it. But if he says, hey, whenever Bitcoin is at this amount of money, one Bitcoin is going to be half a Bitcoin is going to be one $50,000 Tesla, then boom. It kind of gives it value. Until we determine what the value of Bitcoin is going to be, it's kind of different. It's kind of interesting. We saw this with gold. Gold was actually super weird. Gold was super valuable. It's still valuable, but until what year was it? It was 2005 or one or something. There was some kind of year in there, or maybe 2008. I don't know, where gold became extremely valuable, just kind of overnight. And gold is valuable because remember, there's a finite amount available. Now, where I get scared from cryptocurrency is something like Dogecoin. From my understanding of Dogecoin, that it's not really based. There's not a finite amount. So if I'm the creator of Dogecoin and let's say it goes to $10 or $100 or something, and I say, hey, you know what, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a billionaire. So I'm just going to print a bunch of Dogecoins, sell them out, and then just like whatever. I don't know if something like that is theoretically possible. So that's why I'm scared for some of these other Bitcoin or some of these other cryptocurrencies. I'm sure most of them are like Bitcoin, where there's a finite amount available, which does give it value theoretically. But there are still a lot of unknowns. But I think it's going to continue to get regulated and get pretty legit. Do you have any books that you can recommend for someone that wants to learn to read TA? I really don't have any books. Is TA trading analysis? TA, I feel like I should know this one. But either way, I really don't have any books that I can recommend. I usually like YouTube videos and stuff. I really don't read books on some of the stuff, especially because I don't want to say things change so fast, like so often, but a lot of things are updated and stuff. I like to have something broken down a little more in layman's terms to me, but that's just me. Okay, let's see what else we have going on. Yeah, sorry guys, that was a phone call lasted longer than anticipated. SOS. Let's take a look at SOS. Oh my gosh, find the home keys. All right, SOS. I always forget with these. Oh, this is the wrong company, and thank goodness I saw that. SOS Financial Banking Investment Services. I do have a position in this company, and this is one of those where I took somebody's advice, and I don't know if it's going to play out. I hope it does, but this is a long-term play in for me right now. SOS, formerly China Rapid Finance, is a holding company mainly engaged in consumer credit business and emergency rescue services business. The company also operates insurance agency business through its subsidiary. The company through its subsidiaries is engaged in providing a consumer lending marketplace for lenders and borrowers in China with predictive selection technology. So pretty cool. Automated decision technology, ADT, and non-credit data analytic and risk-based pricing capabilities. Okay, so the company serves marketplace investors and borrowers both online and through a physical network of data verification centers. The company offers consumption loans, lifestyle loans, and microcredit lending. The company also provides corporate clients and individual members with emergency rescue through internet and satellite communication. The three products are cloud-based, our basic cloud system, cooperative cloud system, and information cloud system. Man. Okay, so these guys are doing a lot of different things. It looks like they do, obviously, the financial stuff. They're also doing this kind of emergency rescue. So they're in it seems like two very different sectors. And I really don't understand that part of it. And maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe they are tied in some way. So that may be some kind of thing that I'm confused with. And so we'll have to see. But take a look at their financials. Let's see how they've been doing annually. So annually, I don't see anything here in the profit. I'm not sure if it has updated or if there is no profit or something's not right here. But nothing really here. And same thing with the quarterly. So can't really check there. Institutional ownership, 1.31%. Really not my favorite as far as that goes. News catalyst looks like they're in the news a lot. And the reason I'm checking, if they're in the news, people are talking about this company. So we're gonna see what they're doing. Looks like they climbed 22% after Q1 guidance on Bitcoin. Pretty interesting stuff. And Ether mining. Okay, you can trade options, and so this is something we've seen with a lot of charts. A lot of charts consolidating. There was a huge run up here, and everyone just kind of consolidated back down. And so we've seen this chart a million times. But you know what? I did draw a level of support here, essentially. And let me go ahead and fix this line a little bit, but we can see that there was, I don't know why I drew it so far out. And here we can see that there is a level of support. Hopefully it continues with this ascending level of support. It looks like we may get a squeeze down here. As you can see, I drew a level of resistance here. So I'm curious to see if it'll break through here. If it breaks through here, we could be back in bullish territory. I remember this stock. This is the stock I just kind of bought because I think Trades told me to, or kind of told me to essentially. And I just bought in around the $15 mark. And I got a strike price. I did get options. My options don't expire, I think, until January. So I have plenty of time for this to go up. And I am, I'm bullish on the stock. This looks good. And again, should I have averaged down? Possibly, but I didn't want to sink any more money just in case on this play. So, those are my moves. AMC still sitting at the $14 price. Man, crazy stuff. I don't know why I have a line here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this deleted. Was I drawing lines? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, well, that's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and clear these out, and we'll just look at these levels of support here. Looks like it did kind of break out of the level of descending resistance, and we broke out of here. So this is great. Exactly what we want to see, that nice large candle, and hopefully this will just continue on keeping on. We're still battling at $14 price here. We can see a lot of sells over here, a lot of buys too. 10,000 shares. I don't know who's purchasing all these shares. This is a lot of money, a lot of shares here. So I'm very curious what's going on. Rolls Royce is for rich people cars. All of that one was, that one was wild. That's I don't know how Rolls Royce is getting into that kind of industry, but interesting, super crazy stuff. GME also says they provide turbine engines for commercial aircraft such as the 737s. See, this is the kind of stuff that is important. Oh, 777s. This is important to know. See, I didn't know that. So apparently they're already in the market. They're making stuff. The question is are the 777s? So many questions about there. Do people like them? Are they good? Blah blah blah. So you'll really have to see, make some decisions there. Let's see. My problem is that I think too much. Says blockchain technology is the new thing. Bitcoin is digital gold. The rest of them are not that. VeChain is to help companies control their supply chain with RFID tags, stop counterfeits, etc. See, Dogecoin is a joke, always was. It was created as a joke. Exactly. See, and I'm glad that you know these things, because the fact that you know these things means that you're doing your research. You know way more than I do, obviously, about these cryptos, and that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you need to have. You need to be able to answer those questions. It seems like you are, and I'm so surprised about that. My theory for cryptocurrency is, and this may be wrong. This is just a very, very uneducated theory on what may happen. But like, that some may be like a Visa, MasterCard, kind of like those things where Bitcoin is accepted everywhere. As you know, everything, and then you'll have things if Dogecoin does stay around and it becomes a little more regulated or something, then Dogecoin would be like maybe on gaming sites or stuff like that. Some places would accept Dogecoin, some places wouldn't. And in gaming, that could be like a digital currency in WoW or whatever, or not in WoW, but to buy WoW gold or whatever it would be. Who knows? And then maybe something else would be for something else. Who knows? It could be a lot of cool different things in there, but only time will tell. But I will say, if you want to play long on digital currency, on cryptocurrency, I mean, then I think it could pay you out big time in the long run. But make sure you're doing the research. Make sure you're making sure that you're in the right place. Excuse me. Olive says, have you heard of SoFi? Yes, I've heard of SoFi. They do. I don't think they're traded, but I think they're like a trading platform. Right? Yeah. I don't think they're SoFi. I think it's maybe one of these. But anyways, SoFi, yeah, they do a trading platform. You can get like personal loans from them, a bunch of stuff like that. So I have heard of them. IRV up past $4. Oh, I think it's IVR, right? Yeah, it touched the $4 mark. Yeah, and here's the deal. This stock is a true, in my opinion, is a true set it and forget it. I'm not gonna be following the stock, looking at it every single day. And I like the stock because you know what? It calms me down. We're looking at AMC, hoping that it's gonna jump a penny here and there, or even GameStop, hoping that it doesn't just bleed. And that's what we're waiting for. IVR is what's this gonna look like in 1 year? Are we gonna be back to here in 1 year? Are we gonna halfway up here in 1 year? If we're a quarter of a way up here in 1 year, I'll be a very happy person. Because that's a good amount of money. And that's my 2 cents on it. All right. So here is the plan right now. So I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me. I'm going to take a short break. I'm going to eat some food. I'm going to record maybe 1 or 2 videos, and then I'm going to release them. And then I'm going to hop back on, and we will we'll close out the rest of the day, and hopefully we'll see some more price action. Hopefully I'm looking forward to Power Hour for the end of the day, and we'll see what happens. It may be flat for Power Hour, but just be ready for that, okay? If you did like the content, make sure you don't miss around or miss me. I'll be coming back, and like I said, soon. I can't really say when. Might be an hour. Might be 2. Might be less. But we'll see you guys very soon. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Like I said, I'll be back, and I will catch y'all soon. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace.